endured inside America's pastime for 152 years. But every once in a while, you need to reflect on the individual, the sole entity that transforms from leader into legend, the athlete that proudly puts the Phillies uniform on and puts his teammates on his back for an entire season. That person who warrants the label MVP. That leader just gained some pretty exciting colleagues. Up and down the lineup, there is the potential for the lumber to be swinging with a fierce production that has rival pitching staffs on serious alert. Another epic Phillies journey begins today in April. But don't be fooled. Everyone, yes, everyone's goal is October.
This is more like it. Bright, sunshiny afternoon in South Philadelphia. The gates were open a couple hours ago, and fans started to stream in for yet another opening day. Traditions reinvented again under the bright sunshine. The walk from outside the ballpark, down the stairs, and onto the playing field. Some of the newest members getting a chance to embrace the Phillies fans for the first time. And then the guys who have been around for the last several years who are hoping to ride the back of that guy to another chance to go to the postseason. The last time the Fanatic came in on a parachute, 1993. Maybe it's an omen. It all begins today. The Oakland Athletics. No, it's not 1954. It's 2022. Opening day, the Phils and the A's. Hey, everybody, I'm Tom McCarthy, along with Ruben Amaro Jr. and John Kruk. Happy to be with you yet again for the start of another campaign. There's nothing better than opening day.
In all sports, Tom. I don't care about the other sports. This is the most fantastic day you can have. Not only as a player, but this to me as a broadcaster might be the most exciting opening day I've ever been a part of, just because of what this team, the potential this team can do.
And it's pretty incredible. I mean, Ruben, you've been around opening days here in Philadelphia for a long time. I mean, there's nothing better than this.
A lot of different types of opening days, too, and this is an exciting one, as John said. I mean, this is a team that's going to go a long way, I do believe, and it's exciting to be part of it.
All right, so we begin anew, kind of anew, because there's some new toys for Joe Girardi and the Phillies fans.
Yeah, and they're high energy, high motor tools, too, Tom. They don't have a stop and go. They just go. Kyle Schwarber, the first signing of the offseason for Dave Dombrowski and the Phillies group. When they needed some pop, they got one. He's a high on base guy who can hit the ball out of the ballpark, batting from the leadoff spot today. He can hit anywhere in the lineup and be productive. And then Nick Castellanos. I think this might be one of the most important pieces for the Phillies, just because of the attitude he brings, not only because he can swing the bat, but he brings an attitude to me like Lenny Dykstra. Everyone on the other team might hate him, and he doesn't care. He just wants to hit baseballs and hit them out of the ballpark. This is going to be, to me, one of the most dynamic offenses we've seen from the Phillies in a long, long time.
All right, so that's a good thing, because this is what happened this offseason. One to a 4-year deal, the other one to a 5-year deal. And obviously the Phillies spent their money on offense, but they also tinkered with their pitching staff in the bullpen as well. Today, though, Aaron Nola. He is the modern era Steve Carlton as far as opening days go. He gets the baseball again for the Phils.
Yeah, it's got to be an honor for him. And obviously Zach Wheeler would probably have taken the ball on this first day, but not this year, because I think Aaron Nola is going to bounce back, and he's so important to this club. He did not have a great year last year, and I know that he feels frustrated by that. He did some tinkering this year, and in spring training, his ball was coming out of his hand tremendously well. He's getting over the rubber. He's getting the ball down in the zone. His breaking ball is very, very consistent. I really like the way he's throwing the ball, and I think he's got a chip on his shoulder as well. I think he's going to pitch very well.
Yeah, I think you're right about that chip on the shoulder. All right, so the whole city has a chip on their shoulder because they want to get to the postseason. It begins this afternoon here in South Philadelphia. The Oakland A's weren't sure who their starting pitcher would be today, but Frankie Montas gets the start for them. He is really coming of age. He had 13 wins last year. Aaron Nola, of course, on the hill for the Phils. Bright, sunshiny afternoon. Scorecards here. Yes, scorecards here. That's right. Opening day 2022 has finally arrived. The first pitch coming up next.
Get DirecTV with a 2-year price guarantee.
Custom Ink helps us celebrate and drive our students' achievements with custom gear. They love Custom Ink's different styles and designs. We love how Custom Ink makes the process simple with their easy-to-use design lab, expert artists ready to help, and unbeatable customer service. Custom Ink allows our kids to show everyone their accomplishments and the pride they have in our school. When we place an order, I know they got our back, so we can focus on the kids.
Custom Ink has hundreds of products to help you feel connected. Upload your logo or start your design today at customink.com.
Hydration dropping. Rapid rehydration initiated.
Rapid rehydration to get you back on your game. Gatorade.
A man, his tractor, and his family. These are the Upshaws, though he goes by Shaw, which stands for skilled hands at work. Because whether he's cutting hair, mowing grass, moving earth, or even roasting marshmallows, he's got a firm grasp on what matters most. There's a story in every piece of land. Run with us on a John Deere tractor and start telling yours.
Buying a home? Rocket Mortgage will cover 1% of your rate for the first year at no cost to you, saving you hundreds, even thousands with Inflation Buster. That's more road trips, more spa days, more of what you love. Plus, if rates drop within 3 years of your home purchase, you get exclusive savings when you refinance with Rate Drop Advantage. That's more cash in your pocket. Save when you buy today and refinance tomorrow. Don't miss these big savings. Visit inflationbuster.com.
Opening week presented by FTX, the official crypto exchange of MLB. Speaking of exchanges, the lineup cards were exchanged at home plate just a few moments ago. Mark Kotsay, the new manager of the Oakland Athletics. Joe Girardi exchanged the lineup cards. And moments ago, Dan Baker back on the field. His 50th opening day. Oh, he fired a strike to Mickey Morandini. Wait, that's Larry Bowa. That wasn't Mickey Morandini. That was pretty cool. Mickey caught the other first pitch that was thrown.
Had something to throw with.
Yeah, he did.
He's got some energy. He still has it.
Speaking of energy, Bryce Harper out in right field, taking a bow. There's Kyle Schwarber out in left field. All right, so let's take a look at the A's starting lineup, brought to you by Xfinity. Supercharge your home with the supersonic Wi-Fi only from Xfinity. Tony Kemp leads it off at second base. Billy McKinney is the DH today. Sean Murphy's behind the plate. Chad Pinder is in left field. Seth Brown at first base. Elvis Andrus is at shortstop. His 14th consecutive opening day. He's the leader in the clubhouse, by the way, of everybody else. And here's Aaron Nola. Nola made 32 starts last year. And his earned run average 4.63. He really did have a nice spring training, and just the eyes told you that more than anything else, guys. I mean, his fastball was good. He gave up a couple home runs, but still looked very good compared to the end of last season. StatCast powered by Google Cloud, and we take a look at last season, the pitch arsenal.
Yeah, one of the things that he's really going to have to work on is keeping the ball down more consistently in the zone. I felt like he was up in the zone, a lot of too many hittable pitches, and especially in key situations, he's got to stay away from that big inning.
Well, especially, too, he had trouble putting guys away once he got the 2 strikes. He did strike out a ton of guys, but he gave up a lot of 2-strike hits. But you know, it started in September of 2020 when he struggled in the final month and the Phillies missed out on the playoffs. I think he took that personally, and he just never could seem to get any consistency going in last season. But again, you turn the page, right, Ruben, and start anew.
And I think he's, like I said, I think he really does have a chip on his shoulder about how he pitched. You know, you see the nice moss, he cut it down, he's nice and tight on the hair. Switch it up a little bit, but I know that he's a real tough competitor. He's a quiet competitor, and he doesn't show it out there on the mound a lot. But I know he's not real happy about his overall performance from last year.
Well, this is his 10th opening day on a roster, but it's the 5th consecutive start for him. Robin Roberts is the all-time leader with 12 for the Phillies, and then Steve Carlton. All right, boys.
Pretty impressive company there.
Yep. We are ready to go. Baseball 2022 for the Philadelphia Phillies. The crowd coming to life. Tony Kemp to lead it off for the A's. And the first pitch of the season. Perfect way to start, 94 right on the black. It's 0-1.
Not the worst way to start there.
Tony Kemp last year, 92 hits, hit 279 for the A's. 0-1, a curveball rolled on the ground right side, right at Gene Segura in the shift. 2 pitches, 1 away.
Who said we couldn't play defense, huh?
Good point, John.
Takes a brave man to stand in front of that rocket. But a good start from Aaron. No, throwing strikes, got ahead, got the ball on the ground. That's how he needs to pitch.
Yeah, it's so important early in the season to keep that pitch count down because you don't want to get into that pen too early. I know he's probably going to be up to maybe 80 or 85 pitches today, Tom.
Yeah, I think that's the way they were thinking. Now, it's more of a feel thing, but that's kind of what Joe said in spring training. Here's Billy McKinney, the veteran. He takes a fastball for strike 1, 0-1.
And, you know, this weather could be helpful to Aaron. It's cool, sunny, but man, is this a perfect day to play baseball.
Can't remember as good an opening day weather-wise that we've had than today. No balls at 1 strike to McKinney, who was added to the roster of the Oakland A's midway through spring training as a non-roster invitee. Signed a minor league deal. It's his 5th season in the big leagues, the first with the A's, although the A's did originally take him in the first round in 2013. 1-1 pitch. Rolled on the ground right side. Gene Segura is going to take care of everything today. 2 outs, 2 4-3s on the scorebook.
He's setting records, I think.
Tell you what, that's a good guy to have him hit it to.
Yes,
it's true.
That's the right guy. A little funky hop there at the end. The ballpark just looks gorgeous.
It really does.
It looks pristine.
It was great to walk in today for the first time. The grass was cut.
I miss the AstroTurf, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah. You of all people.
Now, this is special today. Special.
Here's Sean Murphy. Murphy takes strike 1. Murphy last year 216 with 17 home runs and 59 runs batted in. Fouled back.
Yeah, this kid really come into his own. He's a very good defensive catcher, Gold Glover, in fact, but he's starting to become a little bit more dangerous at the plate as well. And this is one of those lineups that's kind of thrown together right now. You know, they're in kind of a deep rebuild here in Oakland, and I think that it's going to be tough for them to compete in the AL West, but on any given day, you never know.
Yeah, they will mix and match throughout the year. The 0-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? No. says Scott Barry.
Wow.
He could have.
Apparently, Scott Barry doesn't like to hear the fans go crazy.
Ooh, I think that might have been a swing.
Yeah, that may have been. Overall, Nola 67 wins, 49 losses, and the 1-2. Down low, he went back to the changeup. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I thought they'd hook him. Once he got 0-2, I thought they'd get to that breaking ball, but maybe this is, we don't want to show it too early. Save it for later.
Foul back. That remains 2-2. 2-strike home runs. That's been an issue for Aaron over the last couple of years. He's allowed 15 2-strike home runs the last several seasons. That's part of what he needs to tinker with a little bit this year.
That was a pretty good pass, though, right there for Murphy. So
better mix it up.
Yeah, I think a breaking ball should be coming here soon.
Either that or work the other side of the plate. He's stayed away from him pretty consistently in this at bat.
And now the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, cut out and missed. Boy, you guys sound like you played this game before.
Well, we're not just hat racks, Tom.
1, 2, 3, go the A's. Kyle Schwarber will make his Phillies debut when we come back.
Get DirecTV with a 2-year price guarantee.
Hydration dropping. Rapid rehydration initiated. Unlock specialized blend of 5 electrolytes.
Rapid rehydration to get you back on your game. Gatorlyte, now available in powder and Gatorlyte Zero Sugar.
Soy Cindy y el primer mordisco del Chick-fil-A Deluxe Sandwich me hace sentir que mi paladar está de fiesta porque agarro todos los ingredientes en una sola mordida. Siento el sabor del pollo, el queso derretido, la lechuga, el tomate y por supuesto el pan.
¿Qué onda? Soy Yami y la primer mordida del Chick-fil-A Deluxe Sandwich es una experiencia completa. El pollo crujiente, el empanizado perfecto, la lechuga, el tomate. Sentí que me lo hicieron para mí sola.
Buying a home? Rocket Mortgage will cover 1% of your rate for the first year at no cost to you, saving you hundreds, even thousands with Inflation Buster. That's more road trips, more spa days, more of what you love. Plus, if rates drop within 3 years of your home purchase, you get exclusive savings when you refinance with Rate Drop Advantage. That's more cash in your pocket. Save when you buy today and refinance tomorrow. Don't miss these big savings. Visit inflation.
That have come over in the offseason, but you've got 2 guys offensively that can provide pop right out of the gate that we'll see here today. Let's take a look at the Phillies lineup brought to you by Xfinity. Supercharge your home with supersonic Wi-Fi only from Xfinity. Well, there's Kyle Schwarber leading things off. And Castellanos batting cleanup and is the DH today. Of course, Bryce Harper is trying to win back-to-back MVP awards.
Yeah, it's got to be awfully exciting for Bryson Stott to be in. It's not only make his first major league club, but also starting in his first major league game at third base.
Absolutely. First pitch to Schwarber is in there for a strike. Now, this young man, Frankie Montas, is a very good pitcher.
Yeah, Montas has got a very good arm. He's a big, thick, strong guy, and he really goes atop this rotation now. Manea and Bassiter have been traded, but this guy's got an excellent arm, and he's picked up a split over the last couple of years that is really devastating. He's got great movement, good life, but he's throwing more consistent strikes, and he's going to be a tough battle for this lineup.
3 infielders on the right side, and the 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. I will say one thing about him is that he's a different cat right out of the gate because he's got a gold belt while everybody else has a green belt. I don't know if he got it mixed up or
accidents happen, Tom.
He's just being his own man. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Montas last year 13-9, a 3.37 ERA. Right-handers hit .215 against him. Lefties hit .256. In fact, 17 of the 24 home runs he allowed came against left-handed hitters. Line drive foul down the right field line.
Yeah, he'll mix it up. He's got a sinker, four-seamer. It's basically like a 5-pitch pitcher. He's got that nasty split, and he'll throw a slider, very firm slider as well. He's got very good stuff. Again, you know, he's one of those guys that's maturing. It's now 29 years old. It took him a long time to get to the point where he's feeling comfortable on the mound.
Into the dirt, 3-2.
Might have hung onto that one a tad long.
Just a little bit.
Oh, but you could see the arm, though. I mean, this is, you know, I'm sure exciting for the Oakland A's, but you know, it's also exciting for him. You know, he's their guy now. You know, with the other guys being traded, you know, next man up, right?
Yep.
3 balls, 2 strikes to Schwarber, and the pitch. And a high fly ball to right field. Piscotty's going back, and it is gone! What a way to start for Kyle Schwarber. A leadoff home run. And the Phillies take a 1-0 lead.
Wow.
I was watching him when they announced his name, and then they started announcing JT and Bryce and the guys coming up behind him. He was just looking around, taking everything in. Now, he's had opening days in Wrigley. He's had opening days with Washington. You know, how big do you think this is for him, knowing that he's going to be here for a while?
Yeah, it's going to be exciting for the young man. And this is a guy who really wants to win. Got greeted the right way.
Well, it don't get much easier after this. That's the thing with this lineup.
JT takes low.
It was almost a perfect at bat because he saw so many pitches, and he finally got to the point where Montas had to throw him a fastball, and he just jumped all over.
Yeah, that old adage, you know, don't walk the leadoff hitter.
Yeah.
That might change with this team, but then what? You know, you get JT, and you get Bryce, and you get Nick. Oh my gosh, good luck.
Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's the 14th career leadoff home run for Schwarber.
He's got a ways to go to catch Jimmy Rollins, I think, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
But that's a nice start.
A little low. 2 balls, 1 strike. With that Phillies run, text home run to 40384 to receive a valuable offer from Giant Food Stores, the official grocery store of the Phils. Two and one to Real Muto. He fouls it back 2-2.
Yeah, there's some question as to whether Gene Segura is going to be hitting it in the 2-hole or is it going to be Real Muto. They're almost interchangeable in a lot of ways. I mean, that's what's so great about this lineup and how deep it can be. You can move guys all over this lineup. I think Joe's probably going to try to settle in with one, but there's a whole lot of depth here.
2-2, lifted in the air out to shallow right center field. Pache is there, and he makes the catch. 1 out. So last year, Kyle Schwarber had 8 leadoff home runs, and this is numero uno. He knew it too. Number 1.
Actually, not a bad pitch. It was down and away a little bit. Got out over the plate enough for him to get extended, and he knew it.
Nice reaction for the fans for Bryce Harper. His first at bat coming off his MVP year. Yeah, the first pitch to him, swung on a miss. He threw him something soft.
How exciting is this? This crowd, you know, after the Schwarber signing, everything's exciting up here. And then they get Castellanos, and it just went through the roof.
Yeah.
And, you know, these fans are going to be in for a great show this summer.
Back-to-back splitters, and it's 0-2.
John, in '93, when they had some depth in that lineup, did you have the same sort of feeling at the plate, like you just didn't feel like you had to like be the guy every single time?
No, we were big on pass it on to the next guy. If they wanted to walk us, let us walk. I think what we had.
Out to left, Pinder's there. Looked like it was a little bit of an adventure at the end, but there are 2 outs.
Yeah, I think we had, well, let's listen to this ovation for Castellanos first.
So Castellanos, his 9th opening day. He's been around. Started with the Tigers, then the Cubs, then the Reds. Swing and a miss at the first pitch, and it's 0-1. Last year, 309 with 34 home runs, 100 runs batted in. Named to the All-Star team. And a bullet down the left field line, foul. Yeah, wow. Into Suite 2.
There we go. Now we're into it. Someone dropped a foul ball. How the hell can you not like playing here? Hey, had a split, Ruben. He just got out in front of a little bit.
Just a touch. Well, the beauty of Castellanos, he has power to all fields, and he knows it.
They threw him another split. Now the side is retired, but the Phillies get off on a very nice note. Kyle Schwarber. A leadoff home run. Yeah, that's number 1. Gives the Phils a 1-0 lead as we go to the second here in South Philadelphia.
Get DirecTV with a 2-year price guarantee. Get DirecTV with a 2-year price guarantee. Get DirecTV with a 2-year price guarantee.
Right here, right now.
Outfielders like Pat Burrow, Raul Ibanez, Bryce Harper go out to their position. Andrew McCutchen last year, and the fans react like that. Aaron Nola is ready to go. Chad Pinder leads it off, and Pinder takes just off the outside corner, and it's 1-0.
So there's a little thing on the social media Twitter deal. Who's going to hit the first home run this year for a Philly?
Okay.
A few of us picked Schwarber.
Slowly left side. Bryson Stott, first chance.
Flawless.
You're right about that defense, John.
Can't stop us.
John, did you pick Schwarber?
I picked Schwarber.
Nice going. What did you win?
People thinking I'm Nostradamus, apparently.
Well, it was his second career opening day home run. And here's Seth Brown. 20 home runs last year, 48 runs batted in.
And this is a lineup that's kind of littered with sort of mediocre hitters, but they are dangerous. They do have some power, and you can't take them lightly. I mean, they're major leaguers, and it's not going to be the toughest task for Aaron Nola to this year, but he still has to be sharp with his stuff because there is some danger in the lineup.
Fouled away, 1-1. Mark Kotsay has said all spring that he will mix and match this lineup. So there's guys that are playing left field or right field today that tomorrow could be playing third base or first base. And they could be batting in different spots in the order as well, which is not a surprise.
No. How excited are you? Get your first managerial job in the big leagues. It's Oakland, a place where he played. Everything's great. And then all of a sudden, wait a second, Chapman's gone. Wait a second, Kana's gone. Wait, Marte.
Wait, Manea's gone.
Olson's gone.
Who's their number one pitcher?
Bassett.
Bassett.
Yeah, he's over.
Yeah,
here
he's gone
in New York. Yeah, it's not the greatest.
But
the expectations are low.
1-2 to Brown. Ground ball right side. Segura from shallow right field. 2 outs.
That'd have been a heck of an outfielder today with all these grounders.
Time now for our Citizen Stats Leaders, brought to you by Citizens, the official bank of the Phils. So the Athletics, a $40.9 million payroll. Max Scherzer makes more than the whole team. Pirates 37.9. Scherzer makes more. And the Orioles at 30.4, and Scherzer makes more.
Just doesn't seem quite right, does it?
Well, it does for Max Scherzer.
Yeah, it sure does.
A little different ownership group too with that Mets. That Cohen guy seems to not mind spending money to try to win.
No, he does not.
But you know what? Look who stepped up. When he's got Scherzer, and he got Marte, and who else they bring in? They brought in another.
Yeah, Mark Kana. Yep.
You know, guess who stepped up?
Oh,
John
Middleton.
0-1 to Andrus. Out in front of a breaking ball, 0-2. Well, think about this. Back in 1991, the Oakland Athletics, with a payroll of $33 million, had the highest payroll in baseball.
Wow.
And now, at $33 million, they're third from the bottom.
Different set of revenue these days.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. No balls and 2 strikes to Andrus, the veteran. The pitch from Noah. Ground ball out to shortstop. Didi Gregorius stays down on it. Oh, it's a festival of ground balls so far for Aaron Nola. That's a 9-pitch second. Hoskins will lead it off when we come back in the bottom of the second.
Get DirecTV with a 2-year price guarantee. Get DirecTV with a 2-year price guarantee.
Every piece of land has a story, written by those who work it. Like the Caggianos, who are brewing their own legacy. Or the Wrens with their drama-free plot. Tranquil and serene. The Upshaws, they DIY all the time. While the Nelsons play lead in their own adventure, 150 years in the making. There's a story in every piece of land. Run with us and start telling yours.
Get DirecTV with a 2-year price guarantee.
We don't have a lot of time as a team. We decided let's bring everyone here in the off season because once we get in Taipei, the business is going to start.
Hello, welcome. Good morning. Welcome welcome to QT.
We set out to create barbecue the hard way, cooking it low and slow, 10 hours for pork, 12 hours for brisket. It's real barbecue. It's really smoked over real hardwood, and we've got real pit masters cooking it.
Love that barbecue. It's actually my favorite thing.
People can't believe that this is available at a gas station. This is good stuff.
It tastes like your dad cooked it on the grill. It's that good.
QT, more than a gas station.
Take a little heat off of him so he can continue to do what he's doing right now and get those ground balls and those quick outs.
Ball drops in for a strike, 0-2. Montas was originally signed by the Boston Red Sox, $25,000. Ruben is a former an executive. Is that a bargain?
That's a heck of a bargain, and he's had a very, very interesting journey. I mean, he's been traded 3 times, 2 times in three-way deals.
Right. Well, people like him.
Yeah, he's been bounced around. He's been traded for Jake Peavy, another one involved with Todd Frazier, and another one with Reddick and Hill, Rich Hill.
1-2.
So he's been moved for a lot of talent.
How many times were you traded?
Just one time. Just one time. Been released a lot of times, though.
John, how many times were you traded?
1.
Oh, I guess that is a lot.
From
then.
San Diego to Philly, right? For you, John?
Yep. For Chris James. Me and Spiky Boy, Randy Reddy.
Yes. We both came from the West Coast. I was with my kind of infamous trade for both teams. Neither one of them came out very well. Kyle Abbott and myself for Von Hayes.
2-2, serve to right. That'll drop for a base hit for Reese. But Reese takes a big turn around first. Will hold up there. The throw comes behind him, and he gets back.
Love to see that, huh, from Reese?
That was a really nice piece of hitting right there. And when Reese is going well, he's going to use the entire field. And one of the things he does very, very well. He's got great plate coverage when he's swinging the bat well. And particularly before he got hurt, I mean, he was using the entire field. And, you know, when you're beat right there and you still come up with a base hit, it's good hit.
Here's Didi Gregorius. They play with an overshift on. Third baseman Kevin Smith is off to the right. There's a towering fly ball to deep right field, foul. And it's 0-1. They keep Elvis Andrus over on the shortstop side.
Just in case that base stealing threat Reese takes off, he has to have someone speedy to get to third base in case Reese decides to pop up and just continue on to third.
Way to break it down, John.
Yeah. Bigger bases, he'd have probably already stolen it.
0-1. I think it's safe to say that the splitter is his best pitch, aside from a well-located fastball.
I'll tell you what, that splitter is nasty, and it's something that I think he developed probably about 2 or 3 years ago when he started really perfected last year, and super effective pitch for him.
Near the dirt, Murphy blocks it. 1-2.
And I'm sure they went over this before the game about all the splits that Montas throws, and hey, be ready. Ball in the dirt, go.
Well, that's tough with this guy. He's an excellent defender back there. Murphy can really move. He's got great athleticism. And
are you questioning our team speed?
That's a good point.
And
I'm sorry, John. I would never.
Thank you, Ruben.
I was impressed by the work that Paco did with these guys during the course of the spring. It was really nice work.
Swing and a miss.
There it is.
Second strikeout. Take a look at our FTX umpires. Home plate umpires Dan Iasonia. He is the crew chief. Scott Barry's over at first. Ben May at second. And Clint Vondrak is over at third. Now, major league teams can put advertising on their uniforms beginning this year. The umpires have already started to do it. They've got FTX on their uniforms.
Tom, is it just the helmet that the major league teams can use, can put emblems on, or is it something else?
My understanding is that it's the uniform top also.
So a guy like Bryce, who probably everyone wants him to endorse their product, he could look like a NASCAR driver?
No, I think it's going to be collective.
Oh, as a group.
Yeah.
Imagine if the individuals could. Steve Garvey tried that. He wore McDonald's wristbands because we were owned by Ray Kroc, and Major League Baseball canned that one.
Really?
Yeah, they made him not wear them.
What, do you have the golden arches on his
Yeah.
wristband?
Oh, yeah.
And he had quite the set of forearms, too.
Yeah, he had those ones that like come up to most people's elbow. They just barely fit around his wrist. Yeah, he was a good teammate, man. I loved him. He helped me a lot.
1-0 pitch to Segura. Black foul at the plate off of Gene. Some of the other things, pre-arbitration bonus pool, incentive to promote prospects, which means that guys that are ready to come up but haven't reached a certain level of years, they can now come up. International drafts, players optioned only 5 times per season. We'll try to get into these as the season moves on.
I really like that one with the 5 options maximum. I think that protects the players much better.
Ground ball to short, could be 2. There's 1. And does he hold on? Oh, the ball got away, and Gene's going to get away to second base. Scott Barry was about to call him out.
Yeah, I think Kemp is thinking that Reese might have interfered with him.
I think Reese went straight into the bag, and Kemp just stayed right there. A pretty good feed right here by Andrus, and he's right in front of the bag. No, nothing wrong with it. He just went right into him. That ball hit Segura, kicked off of him, and then into right field.
That'll go down as an E4, fielder's choice E4. And the A's were thinking about taking a look at it, but they've decided not to. And here is Bryson Stott, his first major league at-bat. Pretty emotional day for his family. He earned it this spring training, guys, didn't he?
He sure did.
Yep.
I mean, he just looks so relaxed and comfortable. He looked like a major leaguer all spring long. Nothing seems to faze the guy.
His mom, Shanna, his girlfriend, Drew. They also have 21 other guests in section 208.
Just 21, eh?
Yeah, just 21 coming in from Vegas. And it's 0-1. Those are his numbers last year in the minor leagues. He combined that with an outstanding fall league where he had 318. Now the 0-1.
And really impressive progression he had last year. I mean, the entire season, and then he just rolled right into the mini camp early in February. Got a chance to watch him get ready for the season there, and right into big league camp once they got the CBA straightened out, and he's been swinging it ever since.
They went from tears to, okay, let's lock it in.
Right. 2-1. Former first-round pick by the Phillies. Grew up in Vegas, decided to go to college at UNLV. He wears number 5 in honor of a high school teammate of his and his best friend, Cooper Ricciardi, who died of cancer in high school. But Bryson said he wears number 5 because Cooper always told him he would be a major leaguer. And sure enough, on this day in 2022, he is indeed a major leaguer. 2-1, hitting the air, left center field. Pache is there, and he makes the grab. No runs, 1 hit. There was 1 A's error. We played 2. We're on to the 3rd. 1-0 Phils.
Get DirecTV with a 2-year price guarantee.
When your door is always open, so is the fridge. At Kroger, however you shop, in-store, pickup, or delivery, you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards. That's a win-win-win. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
This is crazy.
You know, with On Deck, we could get a small business loan fast and order more equipment today.
Or Lone Falcon! Lone Falcon, why?
There's a better way to get a fast small business loan. On Deck, the online lender that makes it easy to choose your loan and, if approved, get funds as soon as the same day. Your loan is on deck.
For every breath, every muscle, every milestone, for everything you do, you're home away from home. Lifetime.
Games and include the following benefits: price savings versus single game tickets, postseason ticket access, same seat location for every game. You can even sit in front of Colby's Southern Kiss Chicken. Visit Phillies.com/season to learn more and purchase a plan today. That's one of the new stands that are here at the ballpark. Ryan Howard's part of that company.
Got a bunch of new places,
Yeah.
right? But that peanut butter and jelly hamburger I'm
Over at the Boardwalk Eats.
Kind of hunkering for.
Top of the third. Kevin Smith will lead things off. Three infielders left side. Yeah, the first pitch from Noah. Well, we got a fly ball, ladies and gentlemen.
Getting tired.
Out toward right. One out here in the third.
Pretty much flawless.
They haven't been challenged too much yet, John.
No, not yet, but
I mean, that was the big deal. It's about making sure they catch the baseballs they're supposed to catch. And
yeah,
they don't have to do anything drastic out there defensively. Just make the plays that they should make.
Tom, does Aaron have 7 first pitch strikes?
Carl, does he have 7 first pitch? No, he doesn't. He missed 2. There you go. Right back on in the rhythm of it.
Yeah, I'm loving the efficiency.
Oh, and 2. There you go. 6 of 8 first pitch strikes now. He's in the wind. And Piscotty takes high. 1 and 2. Steven Piscotty's a Bay Area kid.
Tell you what, Cardinals did a classy thing with him when his mother was suffering with ALS.
They
and
sure
they traded
did.
him to Oakland just so he could be with her. That is.
Ball got him in the leg.
Got him in the back elbow.
Oh, did it? Well, we had a really good pitch before the ball game today. 13-year-old Felton, Delaware native Darius Hovington throughout the ceremonial first pitch, scooped up on one hop by Mickey Morandini. All part of our Nemours opening day. Got a chance to spend some time at Nemours with Mickey earlier in the week, and Mickey presented him with his jersey to let him know he was going to throw out the ceremonial first pitch. And an autograph from former Phillies second baseman.
Yeah. I got a chance to talk to Mickey about him. He said the young man is just a wonderful kid. Just wonderful. That's so many nice things to say about him.
Tell you what, that's an awesome way to let a young man know that you're going to be throwing out the first pitch, and oh, by the way, here's your jersey to wear. That is.
And kudos to the folks at Nemours, including Aaron Coyne, who was one of his caregivers, an advanced practice nurse who was also down on the field with him today. Toss over to first, and Piscotty is back. Here's Pache, who we saw last year with the Atlanta Braves. He was part of the Olsen deal when Olsen went to Atlanta right before Freddie Freeman signed with the Dodgers.
Another very highly touted young man out of the Atlanta Braves organization. Very good defensive outfielder, and he's still kind of trying to find his way offensively. A lot of people were comparing him to Andrew Jones defensively.
Yes.
Some really high praise. I think Andrew's got a chance to be a Hall of Famer.
Over to third, big hop for Stott, goes to second for one. Segura fires to first, not in time.
Well, they may check that one. That might be checkable. Pretty close play over there.
Yeah, Pache runs well. And Joe has Rob Thompson going to the phone. Little slow-mo.
Yep, he beat it.
He beat it. And I understand it's as soon as the ball hits the back of that glove, any contact at all in that pocket.
Well, I'm glad you understand it. Really.
Yes, that's what I understand.
I thought they went back the other way where it enters the glove.
Yeah, but then they went back to the glove.
Oh, jeez. And you wonder why umpires get confused sometimes.
Well, I can't wait for them to have to explain it to us at some point, right?
Here's Tony Kemp. Tony Kemp, first time up, grounded out to second base, so he's 0 for 1. 1-0 Phillies, a home run by Kyle Schwarber in the bottom of the first inning. Changeup.
That Tony Kemp reminds me a little bit of Ben Revere. Not a whole lot of pop. He can put the ball in play. He had a nice little year for himself. He had pretty decent numbers as far as average and on-base percentage and those sort of things. He's not going to hit the ball out of the ballpark very often, and just going to try to put the ball in play, use his speed.
Yeah, 382 on-base percentage. His walk rate and his strikeout rate were pretty similar.
T-Mac, are they talking about limiting the amount of times a pitcher can throw over?
I don't think that was part of this year's discussion.
But are they going to try that in the minor leagues?
I think they're going to start doing that.
So what, if you throw over 3 times, you're not allowed to throw, so the guy can just take off, or what? Oh, boy.
I think after the second time he disengages from the mound that they can go ahead and get in the starting gates.
No balls and 2 strikes. Phillies with 1 run on 2 hits. The A's no runs on no hits and 1 error.
So you can get as big a lead as you want, knowing that he can't throw over, but he can step off and throw over, correct?
He can step off. I don't know about the extent of being able to throw over or not.
My God, why don't you just put him on second, start from there?
Yeah, they'll do that in extra innings.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Hope I'm here for it.
0-2. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one came in at 93 miles an hour, 4-seam fastball.
It's amazing how much they're shifting on Kemp with a 2-strike situation. I mean, there's literally almost nobody on the left side of the infield. Got Bryson Stott almost playing in double play depth as a shortstop.
How about that 2-seamer? Start that baby at his hip and bring it back.
Yeah, he may be at the point now where he can do it.
I think this is the pitch, Tom.
We had him leaning a little bit.
Yeah, Pache is looking a little runnerish over there. Nice job of holding right there and flipping the ball over there by Nola. He's not real long to the plate, but he does a pretty good job of keeping guys closer to the bag and holding guys on. And a little bit of jelly leg right there, John.
Yeah, but this is a good situation for Pache. He wasn't going to get a lot of playing time in Atlanta.
2-2 pitch. Swing and a foul. Just got a piece of it.
Because they're expected to win.
Absolutely.
And they don't have time to wait for a player to develop.
And he's really not a player who would, he would put on the bench as a 4th outfielder, even though he's very good defensively. He's certainly not that type of a player.
Too young. But he's going to get a chance here in Oakland. Now it's up to him, right?
And a lot of room out in center field to roam.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Boy.
Again, it's 2-2. The runner goes. Pitch swung out in ground foul. Past Eric Martins in the first base coach's box.
Yeah, you kind of wonder what kind of manager Mark Kotsay is going to be. I mean, he came up with the Marlins organization, I do believe, and did a lot of things really well. Whether he's going to be a very aggressive guy, I would assume that because their offense is not going to hit a lot of home runs and drive a lot of balls out of the ballpark, that you would think that they'd be more aggressive on the base paths.
Did you see the coverage on that stolen base? Stott was going to take the throw, and Didi was sprinting to third.
That'll change soon, too, when they stop letting the guys do these shifts, I think. And I do think that's coming.
Yeah, it looks like next year it's going to be implemented. Pache's back again. Reese says, hey, you might want to look at it. Double-A and below, the shift restrictions will look like this. Players will be prohibited from switching sides unless there is a substitution. Dan Iasonia is counting them down.
What do you mean a substitution? What's that got to do with the shift? So what? If you want to shift, you got to take an infielder out, and then you can put another one in. He can play wherever the heck he wants. What is that?
I think if he.
I don't think I quite understand that.
Yeah, I don't understand. I just read the graphic.
All right. At least we're all three not drunk.
Not yet.
2-2 pitch again. Swinging a topper over to first. Rhys Hoskins has it, and he'll just apply the tag. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits. There was a man left. One base runner on a hit by pitch. Middle of the third. Matt Vierling will lead it off when we come back.
Get away with a great deal at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away.
Get 0% APR, 0 payments for 90 days, and $500 bonus cash on select vehicles. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get DirecTV with a 2-year price guarantee.
With your feet on the air and your head on the ground. Try this trick and spin it, yeah.
Next up.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Where's my mind? Where's my mind?
This is my coffee shop. And that's me in my custom shirt from Custom Ink. This week, we moved into a new, bigger space and brought on another employee. To celebrate, I ordered new branded gear for the whole team. Everything was so easy to make with Custom Ink's Design Lab. I just chose my products, added our logo, and placed my order. Our new gear really helps us look and feel like a team. Bring your own team together with custom gear. Get started today at customink.com.
It's the official crypto exchange of MLB. Well, the Fanatic coming in 1993, the last time he did it. Did he do a face plant? I don't remember.
Beautiful face plant. In '93, no. I think he had I think he went down on his butt, but this is a really nice face plant.
Boing.
Poor nose.
or snoot. Snout.
Snoot.
Or something, according to Dan Baker. All right, here's Matt Vierling. Excited to put a Phillies uniform on opening day. And the first pitch in there for strike 0-1.
Yeah, it's really nice that some young players are getting opportunities. I mean, this is a sort of a veteran lineup, but then you've got, guys like Stott, Vierling, and, Mickey Moniak got a chance to be a, opening day starter as well. Unfortunately got hurt, obviously, but it's exciting for those players, and it takes a lot of heat off those guys because they know that the guys in front of them in that lineup are going to have to really pull most of the weight.
Yeah, last year Vierling hit .324. He came up during the year. The 0-2. In the dirt, 1-2. Talking to him before the ball game today, he was excited about the opportunity. And you're right, Ruben. Mickey Moniak was, according to Dave Dombrowski, was going to be in the opening day lineup with a right-hander on the mounds before he broke his hand the other day in Tampa. Here's the 1-2 to Veerling. Outside.
Yeah, just a simple adjustment of getting on top of the plate and getting a little bit more square to the pitcher. And I mean, talk about confidence blowing up. He swung the bat extraordinarily well during the course of the spring.
Swinging a foul ball. Count remains 2-2.
Yeah, and that's it. You know, look, the Phillies are expected to win this year. They're expected to get in the postseason. And if they don't have those expectations, then there's something wrong. But you're right, Ruben. You know, you got Bryson Stott, you got Veerling here, you got Moniak when he comes back. They don't have to try to carry the load.
Opposite way for Veerling. Going back on it is Piscotty, and he makes the catch, a step from the track. He plays so deep that other right fielders, it might have been over his head and off the wall. Plus, he was shaded that way.
I got to tell you, their scouting report is just amazing. They had Piscotty basically playing in the corner right there by the DraftKings Sportsbook sign.
It was one of those where it was surprising to see him there when the ball was heading that way.
Absolutely. Thought it was a double off the bat.
There's Schwarber. Schwarber homered his first time up. First at bat as a member of the Phillies. Here it is.
You think the one was these guys have a number of home runs they want to reach?
Well, maybe
as a team,
but he's going to have to take his spikes off eventually.
Or maybe it was just signaling his first one of what we hope will be many.
I'm sure one of the elderly coaches probably dropped on him. It's your first big league homer. If you didn't hit any with the Phillies, you haven't been in the big leagues yet. Even though he did win a world championship with the Cubs.
32 home runs last year between the Nationals and the Red Sox. We asked him during spring training, do you miss catching? He said, every day. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball in there, 2-2. Oh, another 3-2 count.
Yeah, nice job of getting into those deeper counts, and you know, that's one of his strengths and always has been ever since he was at the University of Indiana, is handling the strike zone, and he really does. He will strike out, but he swings at strikes.
He went to the same school Mickey went to.
Is that where Mickey went? Indiana?
Yeah.
Mickey laid the groundwork for guys.
They had Rizzo there as well.
Set the standard.
Who's ball 4.
I believe they had Rizzo there as well. I think there was a 1-2 punch right there. Both those guys at the same time.
Make your mornings count with NBC 10 News today. Watch daily for the information you need to get up, get ahead, and stay ahead. Count on it. Well, Schwarber draws the walk. And now JT's coming up. Last year, Schwarber's walk rate was just a hair under 14%.
Does that mean his on-base percentage is 2,000, John?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Little shy of 2,000 because he fouled the ball off in that at bat, so that takes a little off.
JT takes strike one, 0-1. He flied out to center field his first time up. Schwarber draws a throw back.
Tell you what, we he's a leadoff hitter, Tom. He's a threat.
Scaring him.
It's all right. Take your attention away from JT and see if he can't shoot one to right field.
Check swing just off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. No swings to Scott Barry. Last year, the Phillies 82-80, just finished out of a race for a postseason berth. Now they've added a couple of extra teams this year, so it makes it a lot easier for a lot of teams that are battling those last couple weeks. Opposite way, and a base hit to right center field. Schwarber should get to third. He makes the turn. He'll head that way. First and third with 1 man down.
You are Nostradamus, John.
You're having yourself a heck of a day.
Yeah, I'm feeling old. But that's JT's swing. That's what JT has to produce. And you've watched Montes for a couple. He hasn't really challenged anyone in yet, so it's going to be out over the plate. And that's where JT's, his swing is geared to. And, they're playing for the double play, so it opens up that hole a lot more. And Schwarber off on contact, getting to third. And now, the MV3's coming up, and hopefully to deliver some more runs.
Yeah, it's going to be a team that's not going to have a ton of team speed, but if you can go first to third and do the things you need to do on the base path and run intelligently and take the base when you know you can get it, as long as you can try to make sure guys are scoring from second base and they're going first to third on balls they should be going first and third on, then they're going to keep this train moving.
Bryce Harper, the batter, flied out his first time up. First pitch hit foul, and it's 0-1.
And Larry Boas told me a lot of other coaches I had. He said you don't have to be fast to get good reads. And we had one of the best, Ruben. Dave Hollins, my goodness.
Talk about him all the time as being one of the best I've seen. He and Chase Utley, and those guys were not guys that necessarily were blazers. But as far as paying attention and being heads up and doing the right thing and having good reads, they were as good as they get.
JT draws a throw over.
I tell you, it makes a difference too in the whole makeup of your club.
Yeah, but it's like the teams that we played on. JT's a great athlete and a great runner, and Darren was the same way. Darren could run.
Yeah, JT's an intelligent runner as well.
And outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Last year, Harper in 43 day games hit .308, had an OPS of 1.088. He has 5 opening day home runs in his career, but all were with the Nationals.
Have to change that.
And a line drive, base hit out to left center field. That'll bring home a run. JT's on his way to third. RBI for Bryce Harper, who will be out at second base. I don't know if he got him before he hit the bag. But the Phillies are on top 2-0.
Hey, look, we know Bryce is as aggressive as anyone running the bases. I think there's going to be a point where, with Castellanos hitting behind him, or maybe Schwarber even hitting behind him, you got to let the next guy drive in another run with a fly ball.
I think he was a little over aggressive here, and he put his head down once he turned and hit that first base bag.
Well, they're going to look at it.
But you're right. I mean, you're going to not want to run into outs when you got the big boys coming up behind you these days.
All right, so Dan Iassogna is going to announce what's going on here. The Phillies are going to review it.
I think he's safe.
Well, the fans have already looked at it on the big board, and they think he's safe. Here's the replay. See, he went in so hard at second. No, it looked like he may have hit the glove.
No, he never got it.
Yeah, his foot's on the base by the time Kemp hits his knee.
Now umpires will announce it like referees do with the National Football League. And very quickly, Dan Iasonia said, we're reviewing the play at second base, but we'll hear his decision. And here we go. See how fast it is this year instead of going over, putting the headsets on?
Tom, hold on. They're not done yet. That's what happens when they throw you a changeup. You get out on your front foot, Tom.
Well, this is a very, very tough one because he may very well, the tip of his foot, the spike, may have touched the glove before he hit the bag.
That's what my thought is.
Wait, didn't they change that rule that it can't be the laces of the glove?
Well, here we go.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is safe. Philadelphia retains their challenge.
I like it. I like everything about that.
Yes.
The fact that he was safe, yes, but also the fact that he announces it like that. And I'm wondering if there's going to be any personality for the umpires when they do it.
It will be interesting to see how, some guys may be nervous, some guys may not feel very comfortable doing it. And it was a pretty dangerous slide. I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't come up with an injury there. But I think you're right, John. I think it's time for them to be a little bit, not conservative. I still want them to be, aggressive on the base pass, but sometimes just maybe back off the throttle just a little bit.
All right, here's Castellanos with runners at second and third. And 1 out, 2-0 Phils. Infield is in.
John, in these kind of situations with the infield in, what are you thinking as a hitter?
You just hit it. Try to hit a hard line drive somewhere. If you get under it, fine. You're going to get a sac fly or possibly a home run. But if you hit anything hard, unless it's right at them, they're not getting it.
First base is open for Castellanos.
But I also tried to make sure I stayed in the center of the field.
Yeah.
Nick at .330 last year with runners in scoring position. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, for some of the younger hitters, they seem to light up. Their eyes seem to light up when they see that infield in. And really, if you stay in the middle of the field, it's much more margin for error, right?
Yeah. You don't see many teams. Well, they do, but not as often. They don't put a big shift on you. Well, especially with Castellanos, who can hit the ball off field, but they're not going to put a huge shift on you, so the middle will be open.
Does like to go the other way a lot of times. As he told us, he's still kind of learning how to pull the ball with power.
I think he learned a lot from being with Miguel Cabrera in his early part of his career with the Detroit Tigers, and that's why he uses the other way very, very well. And I think that's a great trait to be able to use the entire ballpark.
Well, he's what, 30 years old, and he says he's just learning how to pull the ball?
2-2 pitch. There's a foul.
And one thing that's kind of stuck with me, what David Bell told me about Castellanos, is he's a hitter who's always trying to get better. He never stops trying to improve his craft, and I really respect that, especially for a guy who's had as much success as he's had.
And his offense really took off when Detroit moved him to the outfield and off of third base. I thought he was fine at third, but
a couple of tough splitters right there he spoiled, and it's a nice job of staying alive in the at-bat.
Jim Toss is about to throw his 59th pitch of the day. And we're only here in the 3rd inning. Runners lead off second and third. Harper's got a good lead off second. And the pitch. And a strike 3 call from the fastball. And he got him looking. 2 outs.
Yeah, after all those splits, kind of figured that they were going to have to throw a fastball at some point. Look, this was well located too. Down in that down and away quadrant, 97.
Well, that's what that's what this lineup is all about. However, he's got the next guy here in Rhys Hoskins, and this inning is not over. This is a little bit why this lineup can be a meat grinder for a pitcher.
How many pitches have we seen when a runner on third less than 2 outs and they get a big strikeout and they know they can relax? Like, all right, 2 outs, I'm good, I'm out of this inning. But not with this one. Not with this lineup.
Reese single to right field his first time up. No balls, 1 strike. And an opposite way looper that's going to drop in for a base hit. Realmuto scores. Here comes Harper. The throw sails over the cutoff man, and Rhys Hoskins slides it head first to second. A 2-run single, and the Phillies lead it 4-0.
Yeah, really just exactly what we were talking about. I mean, this is going to be a lineup that they're going to have to, the starting pitchers and the relievers are going to have to deal with a very tough out every single time. And when Rhys Hoskins is using the other side of the field, he just flicks it out there. Nice little piece of hitting again. Huge 2-out RBI by Rhys Hoskins right there.
But when he was hitting third or fourth, a lot of times he tries to hook that ball.
Yep.
And he'll either roll it over or pop it up. But with this lineup, contact.
I think it's a good point, though. Contact, it's so important. Just put the ball in play.
That's something Charlie Mann used to talk about, even with the big boys, the guys who are home run hitters. If you just make solid contact, the ball will travel.
Scott Emerson came out, the pitching coach for the A's, said a few things, now is back in the dugout. Here's Didi Gregorius, who struck out his first time up.
And the base running by Rhys, putting himself in scoring position.
Yeah, it was a great read. It was not a very good throw by Piscotty, but a really very good read right there by Rhys. Right out of the hand, the ball was over the cutoff man, and he just kept cruising to second.
That one's going to leak into center field. Another hit and another run as Hoskins will score. RBI single for Didi. The hits just keep on coming, and the Phillies are on top 5-0. Love the aggressiveness.
Yeah, this is a lot different than what we saw with the last few years, taking pitches, getting behind it. They're not waiting. And this is where Didi can be a very productive RBI guy, because he's going to hit with guys on base. But if he can hit that ball the other way, it's going to make that shift a little softer.
Yeah, that point that you made about being on the fastball, that was something that Kevin Long talks about all the time, staying on the fastball all the time. He said, "We got to stay on the fastball." He said, "Oh yeah, we're staying on the fastball."
And they're swinging early. I'm not going to wait to get, I can take one. No, that'll work against a guy who's not a very good pitcher. But when you have really good pitchers, you let him get strike one for free? No.
And the other thing that I saw that Didi was working on in spring training was, he has a tendency to, because he was playing in New York and he can drive the ball to the right side and hit the ball out of the ballpark, he got into a bit of a habit of trying to pull everything. And that was a perfect example, that last at bat, of just being able to just take that fastball and punch it the other way.
Ball gets away for a moment. Murphy does a good job, though, of keeping it in front.
I mean, the last, couple years, Segura's been our best average hitter. Well, I think last year was Bryce. But, he's right there around 300 every year, seemingly. And he's hitting 7th.
Well, he even joked about that the other day when we were talking with him.
Well, that's what makes this lineup so versatile. You know, he can hit second and be that guy that can hit behind runners.
2 days ago in St. Pete, he's taking batting practice and he's spraying the ball all over the place. It was kind of funny because the coaches were saying, all right, the season starts now for Eugene. Forget about spring, because he only hit 152 in spring training.
Right.
But as you said, John, what happened on Thursday?
Everyone's batting the same.
That's exactly right.
Well, you remember we talked to him, and Bo told me before. I said, you know, we're going to talk to Segura today. He goes, oh, I don't know if I would. I said, why? He said, I think he's like 0 for his last 10. So he might not be a happy guy to talk to. He was fine.
By the way, speaking of Boa, he and Fransky, Scotty, they both did a great job on WIP the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. As the guest hosts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, just ask Bo one question and turn him loose, man.
He's the best.
It's showtime. Him and Charlie together. Oh, God. That is hilarious.
He was great behind the mic, and then when he was doing a lot of stuff nationally on the air.
1-2 pitch. Rolled foul.
We were on a plane flying home from the World Series one year, and we were both at ESPN. And we were sitting beside each other, and he said, hey, I'm taking a job with the Yankees. I said, for what? I said, you're going to make so much more money doing this.
Yeah.
And I said, you've been so stress-free all year. It's nice to see. He goes, I got to have that uniform on, man. You know that.
Well, there is nothing like having that uniform on. Yeah. I'll tell you what, it's fun getting back in there, especially when you're going to a place like New York, or when I had an opportunity to be in Boston.
Broken back ground ball out to second base. Tony Kemp has it. And the inning is over. Phillies sent 8 men to the plate, though. In the inning, they plated 4 runs. It was a 33-pitch inning. Phillies made them work. We're going to the 4th. The offense is alive, and the Phils are leading at 5-0.
Get DirecTV with a 2-year price guarantee.
With your feet on the air and your head on the ground. Try this trick and spin it, yeah.
Next up.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Where's my mind? Where's my mind?
I love the Boys and Girls Clubs because they help you believe that you can make it to the big leagues.
Big leagues of what? Law. Art. Construction. Baseball.
How'd you guess?
With the help of Major League Baseball, the Boys and Girls Clubs of America help kids make it to the big leagues of anything.
Who were killed while assisting a driver a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
And the moment of silence for not only them, but also for the folks in Ukraine. It was all part of a stirring afternoon of ceremonies here at Citizens Bank Park. Noel starts the 4th inning with a 5-0 lead. And Billy McKinney sees a 2-seamer for a strike, and it's 0-1.
got a little shadow action doesn't fare very well for the hitters. It's not too bad quite yet, but a chance to play a factor in the game here.
Hey, we got ours.
Yeah, yeah. Good timing.
What did you have trouble with in the shadows? Did you have trouble with the fastball or the off-speed pitches?
I had trouble with every pitch, John.
Perfect lighting.
I had to play in the shadows against one Pedro Martinez one time, and that was not fun.
Oh, I got San Diego in a doubleheader. I got the first game against Nolan.
Oof.
Is that because Garvey didn't want to
Well,
play?
that's when one of my favorite teammate said, "Hey, you got the first game." I'm like, "Yeah, oh great, all right. Who's pitching?" Nolan. Oh, whoa.
And a called strike three. Two-seamer ran right on back. Second strikeout for Aaron Nola. And one away here in the fourth. That pitch has such touch on it.
Yeah, that's a high strike, but that's the strike zone in this day and age. And hey, when he's got that kind of movement, when his hand is over the ball and he's working down and having that kind of life, that's when he's most effective.
Swinging a foul by Murphy, and it's 0-1. I thought, without really having a radar gun consistently during spring training, and we did get it as the spring moved on, but I thought that the fastball consistency is what you could tell from Aaron Nola.
Yeah, I agree. That whole spring, from the very first game, and he gave up a couple of home runs, but it didn't really concern me all that much because he's going to throw so many strikes. Just to see the ball come out of his hand with the kind of life it had from the start to the finish of the spring, you could tell that some of the mechanics, some of the things that he was working on were actually functioning well for him.
Well, change up first pitch, fastball second pitch. As you go with the hook to try to strike him out again? I think so.
I would.
5-0-2 count so far.
Yeah, he wanted it.
Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. That's number 3 for Nola.
If you guys haven't noticed yet in the Oakland dugout, boys, I got all of them working today. Just really look at this at bat. Fastball, change up first pitch, not a great swing by Murphy. Fastball running, good swing by Murphy, slowing back up again with that breaking ball.
Well, here's Pinder. Pinder grounds it up to third, foul. Pinder grounded out to Stott his first time up over at third base. And a high fly ball out to right center field. On the run is Veerling to the wall. And the first hit of the game is an opposite field solo home run for Chad Pinder. And it's a 5-1 ball game. Well, Pinder hit 6 last year. And he got one out over the plate.
It was one of the rare pitches that he's thrown that was a mistake, and he left it up in the zone, out over the plate. This is not the spot that he wanted to hit. Didn't get it down. And he knew it. See it just drift back over the plate. I think he wanted it off the plate away, and Pinder took advantage of it.
Goes right back with a curveball to Seth Brown. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
But I got no problem with the solo home runs, John. I really don't. As long as there's not a lot of traffic on the base paths.
Well, especially when you get spotted 5. You know, you can give up 1.
This RAV4 inning is brought to you by Toyota. Visit Toyota.com to find your 2022 RAV4 Toyota today. Toyota, let's go Phils. Somewhere in the ballpark today is Paul Muller from Toyota.
I'm sure he's in this ballpark.
Yeah, no, he is. He told me yesterday he was going to be here. Swing and a miss, 1-2. So I hope he liked that.
I'm sure he'll let us know if he doesn't.
I think he would have liked that one.
I think he would have loved it, yeah. He's probably in the Phillies suite up there, I would think.
Suite 1.
Suite 1. The Ashburn suite.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got another curveball. It was dancing this inning. 3 strikeouts in the inning. A home run by Chad Pinder. But these breaking balls were on points for Aaron. He has 5 Ks. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Phil's up 5-1.
Get DirecTV with a 2-year price guarantee.
With your feet on the air and your head on the ground. Try this trick and spin it. Yeah.
Next up.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Where's my mind? Where's my mind?
Introducing the ultimate experience for all, the Electric XP Trike. We took our award-winning XP Series e-bikes and added a bigger battery, hydraulic brakes, and a 3rd wheel to create the industry's first fully foldable and fully assembled electric tricycle. The ride is designed to move you forward into the next adventure with a dual-drive rear hub motor, no matter your mobility, balance, or age. Learn more at electricebikes.com and come ride with us.
Metro offers MLS Season Pass.
On us.
What about for existing customers?
Yup.
Every match?
I bet that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Says it on the poster.
Plus, get unlimited 5G for $25 now at Metro.
Why Frank Kent Cadillac? Because we're 87 years old? No. Because we're family owned and operated? Possibly. How about when the world presented the opportunity to charge over MSRP? We didn't even think about it. The answer was no. A lot of dealers took advantage of that situation, but at Frank Kent, we stood by morals, values, and ethics before profit. At Frank Kent, we have your best interests in mind, which is exemplified by us not charging over MSRP. At Frank Kent, we're community-driven and locally different since 1935.
Day to be at the ballpark.
Absolutely. Special day. Special day. Opening day in baseball, nothing like it.
Yep.
I'm sorry, NBA. I'm sorry, NFL. Your opening days don't compare to Major League Baseball opening days.
Couldn't agree with you more, John.
And a 5 spot by the Fightin' Phils.
Big time.
Doesn't stink either.
1 ball and 1 strike to Bryson Stott. He flied out to center his first time up.
Put my glasses back on.
That was a splitter up. His splitter has been very good today, though.
Yep.
And now the 1-2 pitch coming. Fouled off. Beyond the left field line.
Well, I think the way Bryson's, just his whole demeanor and his presence in the box, he doesn't look like he's panicking. He looks relaxed. Smooth and easy. Kind of reminds me of a young John Kruk. Nice and relaxed with his hands.
Well, he gets the splitter again. He is struck out. And 1 out. Celebrate our MVP at Citizens Bank Park on McDonald's opening night. Fans 15 and older will receive a Bryce Harper MV3 t-shirt when the Phils match up against the A's. Again, that's tomorrow at 4:05. Don't miss the special pregame recognition of Bryce. Visit Phillies.com to purchase tickets and join the celebration. We talked to Bryce the other day, and if anybody gets a chance to purchase the Phillies media guide, it's a cover that is very familiar because it was very similar to when Schmitty
won his MVP back in the 80s, one of his MVPs. And it was Bryce's idea to kind of, along with the folks in the Phillies PR department, they did a great job with it. They really did.
Yeah, it was really to honor Schmitty, right?
Yes.
He has so much respect for the history of the organization.
History of the organization and of the game itself.
He really is a student of the game. And before he signed here, I mean, he did some serious studying about what Philadelphia was all about, what the fan base was about, the history of the organization.
And Vierling strikes out. 2 outs, and here's Schwarber.
And that doesn't happen very often anymore, John. I mean, you have guys coming through to the major leagues, and they don't know a whole lot about the history of the franchise and the organization that they play for.
Yeah, he told us that that's what he's trying to instill in some of these guys, the younger guys, whatever. Look, get to know the history of this organization. You'll appreciate it more.
Schwarber rolls one up the first base line. That's a fair ball, according to the first base umpire, Scott Barry. 3 unassisted. That's the quietest offensive inning the Phillies have had today. It was only 9 pitches for Montas. We'll head to the 5th. 5-1 Phillies.
Get away with a great deal at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away.
Get 0% APR, 0 payments for 90 days, and $500 bonus cash on select vehicles. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get DirecTV with a 2-year price guarantee.
Baker, who's beginning his 50th or participating in his 50th opening day, throwing out the ceremonial first pitch. Larry Boa caught it. Lou Nolan, the great Lou Nolan, was the one who was down on the field, who was helping to MC and introduce Dan. What a great touch on the part of the Phillies. And let us remind you that tomorrow night, pregame celebration honoring, yes, a franchise legend. Also 50 years.
Wow.
There's Lou. Lou, welcome to the ballpark. Nice to get some sun. Yeah. He'll be part of Flyers pregame live tomorrow on NBC Sports Philadelphia. Those iconic voices, there's so many here in the city that have done games. HK, Whitey. But also the PA announcers. You don't forget about them. They're also those iconic voices. And Dan, of course, here crossed over from the vet to the new ballpark, and Lou.
The name's escaping me now, but who was the PA announcer for the Yankees back?
Bob Shepard.
Bob Shepard.
Yeah.
And you remember?
Eddie Layton was the organist.
Do you remember, though, when he passed?
Yes.
And Jeter still had the recording?
Yes.
Whenever Jeter would come up the bat, he wanted Bob Shepard's voice announcing him?
All part of the ambiance of these stadiums and these arenas.
Third baseman Kevin Smith.
And Dad is getting healthier and healthier with each passing day. And sounds tremendous. Great voice. There's Kevin Smith with 1 out. Top of the 5th inning. Phillies up 5-1. That hook.
And it's got very good rotation on it. It's not a sweepy one. It's one that's more closer to a 12-6, which is almost like a direct drop, which Makes it so much tougher on the hitter with that angle. And the beauty of that pitch is he has the ability to throw it at a couple of different speeds. He can slow it down, he can speed it up, he can bounce it when he needs to, especially when he's got the right arm angle, which it looks like he has right now.
No balls and 2 strikes to Kevin Smith. Outside 1-2.
Show me. Now back to the hook.
Swing and a miss. He was back to the hook. 6 strikeouts for Nola. 2 outs.
John, you almost sound like you know the game a little bit.
Well, I had to. I had to try to figure out patterns with pitchers. Yeah, that high fastball to Show, throw it out of the same arm slot. Just down and away.
They call that tunneling now, John. Tunneling.
I don't know what the heck that is. Tunnel.
Yes.
Oh,
Over to left side. Didi's got it. Quick inning for Aaron Nola. Couple of groundouts to shortstop, 1 strikeout, just 8 pitches. 5-1 Phils as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning here in South Philly.
Get DirecTV with a 2-year price guarantee.
Buying a home? Rocket Mortgage will cover 1% of your rate for the first year at no cost to you, saving you hundreds, even thousands with Inflation Buster. That's more road trips, more spa days, more of what you love. Plus, if rates drop within 3 years of your home purchase, you get exclusive savings when you refinance with Rate Drop Advantage. That's more cash in your pocket. Save when you buy today and refinance tomorrow. Don't miss these big savings. Visit inflationbuster.com.
Into the chop house. What a moment of heroism for Ozzie Albies.
Youngest second baseman to ever have 30 home runs and 100 RBI.
And we've seen him do it time after time. Boy, he has gotten hotter than the Georgia asphalt from the right side of the plate.
He makes that play as good as any second baseman.
And it's a 7 RBI night for Ozzie Albies. So I'll say it, mercy. What a night.
On MLB.tv.
Get DirecTV with a 2-year price guarantee.
Bitcoin or cash with MLB Season Pick'em presented by FTX. View rules and enter at MLB.com/season pick'em. Some of the armed forces who are here today getting a chance to enjoy some sunshine and a ball game. The Phillies and the Athletics. Different colors that the A's are wearing compared to when they played here in Philadelphia. The City Series, which was always a fun time that the A's and the Phillies used to get together and play. Here's JT to lead off the 5th inning. And a pitch inside, 1-0. JT is flying out to center. He has singled and scored.
We haven't scored in an inning.
You got to get it going again.
Got some serious confidence in a splitter right there. Throwing, what, a 1-0 split for a strike. Not an easy pitch to throw for strikes consistently.
warming up in the bullpen for the Athletics. And JT just got a piece of that. Oh my goodness gracious.
Wow.
You want to talk about a night at the boardwalk? Look at that.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a line for Manco and Manco Pizza?
No question. That's how it is on the boardwalks.
It is at times. And now the 2-2. Inside 3-2. You have to have your orders set when you arrive at Manco and Manco's on the boardwalk.
Yes.
Because there's a
Well,
line.
prepared. So asking a bunch of questions and annoying the people behind you is not a good thing?
No.
Huh.
No,
Wow.
you should do that, John.
I
Just
would
to
have
see what
never
it's
thought
like.
of that.
Did you have an issue with that, John?
Only with relatives.
JT grounds one to third. And one away. Count on NBC 10 First Alert Weather Team. Rated the most accurate by Weather Rate for 7 years in a row. We want to thank them for getting today's weather picture perfect. I mean, this is, you can't ask for anything better than this.
Can't draw it up any better.
No.
Oh, it's, you know, it's everything so far that I think these Phillies fans have come to want to expect from this team. Everything that they've heard about and everything that they saw in spring training.
Bryce swings at the first pitch. It bounces it foul.
Great starting pitching and score a bunch of runs. Tough to lose. Tough to lose.
Would like to see them continue to add on and keep forcing the issue to take the heat off the bullpen, take the heat off Aaron Nola. And they had a little bit of trouble doing that last year, but I think this is a different type of a lineup. And I think you'll see them continue to try to grind at bats out to the point where they're going to continue to pressure those pitchers.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a couple innings to reload.
Took a pretty good pass at that. And it remains 0-2.
Oh, I think that Bryce would love to have that pitch back.
Yeah, the 0-2 to Bryce. He got a piece of it. Spoiled another split. Little dribbler over the mound and actually scoots off the back of the mound. Andrews throws him out. And 2 outs here in the 5th inning. And Castellanos coming up.
John, you have any real memorable offensive opening days?
Oh boy. I know it. One year in San Diego, I hit a grand slam opening day.
That's pretty memorable.
And then it was all downhill from there. At one point, I was leading the league in RBIs after one day.
And was there an off day after that? So you had 48 hours to enjoy it?
No. I think I ended up hitting 240 that year, which is embarrassing. But it happened.
I would have been happy with that. But you could hit.
Yeah, 240 wasn't in the DNA, but it was that year.
Castellanos takes inside.
I'm trying to think of. Yeah, I can't remember really.
Was that 88?
Possibly, yeah. 86. Yeah, 88. Hit 240.
So we're gonna miss 2-1.
Got off to a good start, though.
Wow. There's the Manco stand here at the ballpark next to Campos.
I think we might have to sample at some point this year some of those pizzas, don't you think, Tom?
Yeah. 2-2.
And Montas, he missed really badly with a couple of fastballs. He came back and threw 2 nasty sliders.
And now the 2-2. Got him. And Nick strikes out for the 3rd time today. And a 1-2-3 5th inning. We played 5. We'll head to the 6th. The Phillies on top of the A's, 5-1.
Get DirecTV with a 2-year price guarantee.
Typical DJ LeMahieu hit. Don't try to do too much with it and just line it up the middle.
David John makes long gone. 2nd home run of the game.
Oh, what a play by LeMahieu. Turns it into an out.
The long, lanky range of DJ LeMahieu has done it as well as just about anybody over the last several years.
He's able to drive the ball to right center field. That's where he wants to be when the ball's in the hitting area. Great piece of hitting.
Right here on MLB.tv.
Well, guys, Hugo Blewett is here.
He is.
Hugo the Horrible. He's been biometrically preserved for the last 100 years. He's never seen a mascot. And was not a very good umpire, and hence the nickname Hugo the Horrible.
So why would you freeze a horrible umpire?
Just because they wanted him to get better with time.
Oh, okay.
He was known as a no-nonsense umpire.
Hugo Blewett.
Hugo Blewett. He was a little confused by the Fanatic. I believe he's going to wind up being a friend of the Fanatic as this year goes on.
Everyone is, Tom.
Yeah.
He'll turn him.
Go to the top of the 6th inning. And Aaron Nola, who has 9 ground ball outs, 5 strikeouts, has the count 1 ball and 1 strike to Christian Pache. Pache, fielder's choice, his first time up. Only 1 hit for the A's. It was a home run. And the 1-1 pitch. That's in there, 1-2.
Gotta believe he's gonna go to the hook right here for another strikeout.
Uh-oh.
John.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna have to flip it out there.
Out on a limb.
Yep.
Swing and a miss. He went with a 4-seam fastball.
Yep. That's why you're a veteran and I'm not.
Oh, you're a veteran, all right.
Really well located fastball right there, and
but I'm gonna
gets it up over the barrel.
I'm going to go with this, Ruben. If he'd have thrown him a hook, he'd have struck him out, too.
I think you're right.
All right.
Thank you.
I don't want you to feel bad about yourself.
Here's Tony Kemp, who's 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. Once to second, once to Reese at first. Fly ball right field. And Bryce Harper, sunglasses on, out toward the track. A little hop at the end.
2 outs.
Don't mind those, do we, Ruben?
No, those 1-pitch outs are just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, because we mentioned that maybe 80 pitchers or so before the bullpen gets the chance to take off their sweatshirts. Here's Billy McKinney. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out and struck out. Curveball. He's got it all working today. I mean, the control of the curveball has been just on point. And the mixture of the 2-seamer and the 4-seamer.
Yeah, it's got to be very tough to see that curveball rotation with the shadows in there.
And then the changeup. Just a bit outside.
Now you 2-seam him in. Start that thing at his hip and bring it back after he throws an 0-2 changeup away. So many ways he can go, though.
Yes, it's been an effective pitch today. He has 7 0-2 counts. It's worked its way to 1-2 here. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Threw him a changeup. 7 strikeouts for Nola through 6. He's allowed 1 hit. It was a home run. That is it. We have played 5.5. And Aaron Nola is putting together a masterpiece this afternoon on opening day. The Phillies lead it 5-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th.
Get DirecTV with a 2-year price guarantee.
Right now.
This Czech team, some of these guys have regular 9-to-5 jobs and they're up against MLB All-Stars.
We're not pros, but I want the feeling that we are the pros.
We set out to create barbecue the hard way, cooking it low and slow. It's real barbecue. It's really smoked over real hardwood, and we've got real pit masters cooking it.
It tastes like your dad cooked it on the grill.
QT, more than a gas station.
Area local Chevy dealers. Visit ChevyDealer.com. And by the Pennsylvania Lottery, Pennsylvanians are scratching their way to fun thanks to Pennsylvania Lottery Scratch-Offs. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. That's a good way to start the day. Kyle Schwarber, a leadoff home run in the bottom of the first inning, gave the Phils a 1-0 lead. They've added 4 more. By the way, some of the concession stands here at the ballpark. It reminds us that our buddy Kevin Tedesco from Aramark is not here today. Kevin's actually in the hospital, but getting better. Will be in for the next couple of days. And we want to send our best wishes out to him for a speedy recovery. Because if you remember last year when the net fell behind home plate, Kevin from Aramark was one of the guys, the first people down in the Diamond Club to help hold the wire to get the net back up again.
We voted him MVP.
We did. I think we did vote
him MVP that day.
Well, he's always an MVP in our hearts. So get better, Kev. Get back here to the yard.
Get well, Kevin.
All right, so Bryson Stott, Major League debut today. And this young man, Jacob Lemoyne, making his Major League debut.
Yeah, the 28-year-old pitched in a pretty good year in AAA last year. 7-4, the 2.86 ERA. 56 and 2/3 innings pitched, 41 hits, 29 walks, and 43 punch-outs with a 1.235 whip. He's got pretty darn good sinker, 191 and 97.
Kind of like a little reminiscent of former A's closer Sean Doolittle. Except he's right-handed, but the glasses, the beard.
Yeah, it's kind of a maximum effort, guys. We watched a little bit of his tape, and this guy's, the ball comes out of his hand and kind of explodes, especially in on the right-handers. And if he can ever get to the point where he can throw consistent strikes, a chance to be pretty effective.
1 ball, 1 strike to Reese, who's got 2 hits today. 2 RBIs and a run scored. He's had a nice day.
I honestly used to love facing guys like this that were proud of their fastball. It's those guys that were proud of their fastball, but they're even prouder of their off-speed pitches.
Yeah, that off-speed pitch was not my cup of tea either. Mom, I'm coming home. They're throwing breaking balls.
You know how many people you talk to? You know, I might have been able to make it if I could have hit the breaking ball. Well, no kidding.
Yeah, exactly.
Down low, ball 4. And Reese draws a walk. Back in the 3rd inning, our Toyota Camry turning point. Reese Hoskins up, opposite way, little floater, brought home a couple.
And look, Reese is going to have so many opportunities to drive in runs if he remains hitting 5th or 6th in the lineup behind the rest of these guys. And if he can consistently hit the ball the other way and not pull off, he's going to have a monster year.
And they don't have to hit the ball out of the ballpark. The ball will go. I mean, everybody up and down this lineup, there's no reason to try to hit the ball out of the ballpark. And when you can stay inside the ball and through the ball through the middle of the field, the ball will fly.
Yeah, them ones in the 2nd and 3rd deck up here in right field are nice, but that one that scrapes over the left field wall counts the same.
Didi takes low, and it's 1-1.
Miss it.
That was close.
That's awfully scary. He doesn't really know. He's probably pretty pumped up, this kid Lemoyne, and my goodness.
Especially
he turned the right way, though. That's the perfect way to turn.
Yeah, turn the head first and then the shoulder come with it. But in these shadows too, Ruben. Because the pitch before, it looked like Didi really got out far, and that's a telltale sign that he's not picking it up good. There you go.
Fly ball left center field. And Pinder comes running in to make the catch.
Got a bad read on that one.
No,
that's right. You're working on it.
Get your glasses back on. You're
it's
fine.
Opening day for us too.
Last night, thinking of Didi getting knocked to the ground like that, Pete Alonso was hit in the face in the Nationals game. Busted up his lip pretty good.
You never want to see that. I know it's important for pitchers to pitch inside, but they're throwing with such velocity now that you really hope that they work on being able to command the baseball better.
Dean Segura delivers, takes the pitch outside. It's 1-0.
I think that'll get better, John.
What's that? I wasn't listening.
Guys throwing. What's new?
My attention span's not very good anymore. So what?
They're already tuning me out. It's the first game.
Well, it's a long season. Oh, this is only opening day, isn't it? Wow. Sorry.
I just get concerned about, there's so much emphasis on spinning the ball and creating velocity that it can be dangerous for the hitters because guys are just not commanding the baseball the way they should be commanding it.
Yeah, I mean, you see it though, and all through. In starting in Little League. Boy, he throws hard. Yeah, but the bases are loaded and they ain't got an out yet and they haven't got a hit. What's good's that?
4. Walked him on 4 pitches. 2 walks in an inning. And Bryson Stott is coming up. Scott Everson's coming up. So this is the drop-off of when they took away the substances, guys being able to, it dropped off pretty aggressively. I mean, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
There were some guys that were able to adjust, like they had that little blip of going down, and then they kind of figured some things out. So now they're looking at the fingers more than anything else.
Yeah, they're having a uniform rosin bag for everybody.
Right, two of them.
One for each team.
And it's got a little substance on it.
And they're actually very sticky. I've heard if you actually grab it, grip it, and you lick your fingers, it can get very, very sticky. They can get some grip. And they are working on a baseball that has a little bit more tackiness. I think they're doing that in the minor leagues as well.
Like they're working
through
they have in Japan, right?
They have it in Japan,
Japan they use that tacky ball. And apparently all the pitchers over there love it, according to, my guys that scout the Japanese league.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You have a lot of those guys.
Yeah, there's a few in there. There's a few in the old contacts, Tom.
Bryson Stott takes a strike. It's 0-1.
You're worldly, John. International man. Mystery.
Just got a passport a couple years ago.
Yeah, really?
Finally?
I did, yeah.
You have it in a safe place?
I have no idea where it is.
0-2.
We went to, I can't remember where.
But it was a really nice place.
Well, it was. We went fishing. We went, I can't remember where it was. Had a great time, though, apparently.
Was there water?
There was water, yeah. I believe it was the Atlantic.
What was the 0-2 pitch? 1-2. Turks and Caicos?
No, I don't think.
How about Aruba?
Mexico?
No. It wasn't far from the Great Mountain State. I'm going to text my son and ask him if he remembers.
1-2 pitch outside 2-2.
Nice job by Stott laying off that pitch. Now would be a good time for that first major league base hit.
There's Bryson's family.
Never a bad time for that, but this would be especially good.
And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a line drive down the right field line toward the pole, and it is just foul. Woo!
That'd have been exciting.
I love it, the fact that his family's here. And they're more than likely going to see his first hit eventually. That was a beautiful swing. Let's see how
really
short
nice.
and quick, though.
She liked that loud foul ball.
It was loud. And the 2-2 again. And a line drive out to right field, a base hit. His first major league hit is a single to right. It'll load up the bases with one man down. That's a keepsake. The first of many for Bryson Stott. That's making Vegas proud.
They really had a couple of nice, really good swings. Fouled a couple balls off, and he gets a ball down and in and just takes a nice smooth swing at it. Mama, girlfriend, all happy.
They had a lot more coming off that bat before this year's over.
Believe
but that is, Tom, you're numb at this point. Like you're in your head. He's confident, and you have to be to get to the big league. But in his head, he's like, holy crap, I just got to hit in the big leagues. Woo!
That's exactly correct. You almost can't feel your feet.
And how about how he turned right away to see if the run scored?
Yeah.
So he get his RBI, too.
He'll get some of those.
Bases loaded, 0-1 to Veerling. Veerling today 0-2. Down low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's where Veerling just has to stay on something and think the other way and drive it. He hits that same ball. Look where Steven Piscotty's playing.
Wow.
I mean, he's like 4 steps from the warning track to a right-handed hitter.
He hits a ball into the right center field gap, and he might have an inside the park homer. That's how shallow they're playing. Pache's playing in center. That's incredibly shallow where Pache is playing.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, if you were just tuning in, you'd probably think, oh, man, bottom of the ninth, and he has to cut the run off at home with less than 2 outs.
He's just
now he's backing up
He
now.
just took a couple of steps back.
Now the 2-1 at the knees, 2-2.
Got to make contact here, John.
Yep. Now you just think hit, hard somewhere. If it's on the ground, so be it, but hard somewhere, but put it in play.
Just a bit outside.
We'll let you know by the crack of the bat.
Gotta believe he's got to look away again. I mean, he's been pounding the outside part of the plate here.
25th pitch of the inning, and the 3-2 coming with 1 out. And a fly ball out to right field. Going back on it is Piscotty. It's going to stay in the yard. He makes the catch. Tagging from third is Hoskins. He'll score. It's a 6-1 game. Veerling comes through with a sacrifice fly. Nice job by Segura, too, to get over to third.
Look, you would have to think that if any other team was playing, he might have 2 doubles.
Yeah, they obviously have a scouting report on him that if he hits the ball in the air, it's going to hit it to the corner. And I mean, they had him perfectly played there twice. It's a nice job by their advanced people.
And a good job by Veerling.
Yeah, very
good. Sometimes you think, oh man, if I hit it there again, and then you try to change your swing. He said, what the heck with it? I'll just make it 6-1.
And now Schwarber takes inside.
Let the big man come up after me with 2 on.
Got a chance to get real extended right here.
I think I could have been an American League manager.
Really?
I think you just make the lineup. You don't have to think too much.
Just let it roll out there.
Let it roll, man. Pitching coach, hey, what do you think? Do you think he's getting tired? All right, go get him.
Well, in this day and age, John, you would be a National League manager also.
I know. That's what I mean. I think I can manage today. But no.
But no. Well, first, you have to figure out where you went on vacation, and then we'll.
I just got a text from my son. Yeah. He wrote Bahamas with a question mark. Apparently,
chip off the old block. Apparently.
Oh man.
Apparently, it was a family bonding outing.
I think you're going to have to ask Kira.
Yeah, I'm going to text Kira. Kira might know.
2-1. Runners on first and third. Phillies have scored a run here in the 6th. They lead it 6-1. The pitch coming in is Schwarber. And a high fly ball out to left center field. Pache is there. A step from the track makes the catch. The inning is over, but the Phillies do score a run on the sac fly by Veerling. We'll go to the 7th. It's the Phillies 6, the A's 1.
There's never been a better time to get away with a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. With America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Get 0% APR, 0 payments for 90 days, and $500 bonus cash on select vehicles. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get DirecTV with a 2-year price guarantee.
Custom Ink helps us celebrate and drive our students' achievements with custom gear. They love Custom Ink's different styles and designs. We love how Custom Ink makes the process simple with their easy-to-use design lab, expert artists ready to help, and unbeatable customer service.
Time now for your Delaware Valley Honda Dealers game summary. Phillies are on top 6-1. Aaron Nola 6 innings, 1 hit, 1 earned run, 7 strikeouts. Kyle Schwarber led off the first with a home run. And Rhys Hoskins has a couple hits, 2 RBIs, a walk, and 2 runs scored. We go to the top of the 7th inning. And we're not there yet, but for some of the stands, they're there.
Mr. Yingling.
Yes. Pop open a cold Yingling lager, traditional lager.
Perfect day for it.
I had one last night. It's cold, it's refreshing.
And tasty.
May even have one tonight.
As well you should.
Good thing Gene Segura's here. Making sure. I don't know about you guys, but I did that the other day when I left spring training with my suitcase, because somehow my suitcase had more clothes in it than when I got down there.
Were you a little over? Or
no,
just
I was
to
on
try
the
to
charter.
get it to
So
zip it.
Did you give it the soft release when you put the?
I did not. That one's hit down the third base line. It's going to trickle to the corner. And Sean Murphy's going to have an extra base hit. Just the second hit of the day for Aaron Nola that he's allowed. And here's Chad Pinder coming up.
He gets a high fastball and turns on it. Sean Murphy slides it down the left field line. Valiant effort by Bryson Stott. He had no chance at it.
Well, Philly's going to get bullpen action. Familia's going to start to warm up.
I think we've come to the conclusion that it was the Bahamas.
Okay. Did you get confirmation from?
Well, kind of from my son.
So what are you fishing at the Bahamas?
We caught Pompano. Or no, oh gosh.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
That was a mistake.
It's in the dolphin family, but they're beautiful. They're like yellow and, or no, that might have been Hawaii. I don't know. God, quit asking me questions.
0-1. And a line drive base hit it to left field. Murphy froze for a moment, and he's going to be held at third. All right, so back-to-back hits. First time today. And first and third.
Yeah, this
nobody out.
And this is the most number of up and downs he's had. You know, they're trying to stretch him out, and he's got a nice lead, but he's gotten a couple of pitches up in the zone now, and that could be indication he's starting to tire.
Yeah, he's only at 68 pitches. I say only because we thought he might be somewhere near 80, but the up and downs is what they talk about more often now. It's the amount of times the amount of innings basically he throws.
Plus, he had a very, very long inning. That last half inning, even though we only scored 1 run,
Turbo.
Probably about maybe a 20-minute inning.
Turbo sinker getting ready to come in the game.
Seth Brown bounces a curveball foul.
You notice they're attacking early. They're not going to wait to get struck out. So there's sometimes it takes you 7 innings to realize he's throwing strikes, and maybe we should start swinging.
Plus, is it a little easier to see now?
Yeah,
they're
because
all
he's
in the shadow.
Yeah, the hitter's in the shadow and Aaron's in the shadow. There's a little bit of sporadic sun peeking in there, but I don't think it's enough to hurt you seeing why.
Fastball upstairs, 1-1.
Yeah, he's not driving the ball down as he was earlier in the game, and again that long layoff in that last inning after having thrown 6 innings already. I think that may be infecting a little bit, and it's the reason why we got somebody working in the bullpen right now.
How about his splits though? 53 strikes, 17 balls today. Well, he's ahead now, 1-2.
And again, Ruben, another pitch up.
Yeah.
And like if you're the catcher, are you concerned with like he can't get his fastball down? If I put down breaking ball, is it going to be a hanger? Or can he get enough leverage to pull down on that thing to get it down in the zone?
Yeah, that's what makes it difficult when the guy starts to tire and he just can't drive the ball down into the zone like he was earlier.
Runners lead off first and third, and Nola delivers. Outside with a changeup. Seth Brown has grounded out to second. He's also struck out. Andrus is on deck.
And this may very well be his last hitter if he does not get a ground ball for a double play.
Ouch.
That's painful.
He hit everything but the guard. It's a bad feeling. Breaking ball down and in, and he got it right off the top of his foot. Oof.
Good double play guy now. I don't think he's going to be
getting out of the box.
I don't think he's going to be full speed if he hits a grounder. No. Hey, you know, the only thing you'd hope it ain't a fracture in there. I mean, my gosh, opening day. I don't know how more guys, when they hit balls off their feet like that, don't have more fractures. And they might just not go get checked. Who knows?
2-2 pitch coming. Curveball hit foul behind home plate.
That's the danger pitch right now because everything's up, and that was a hanger. Luckily for Aaron and the Phillies, it stayed away. If that ball's middle of the plate and up like that, or even in, those things usually get hit a long, long way.
Aaron set to go, and again the 2-2. Just a bit high, 3-2.
Yeah, real big pitch right here. Needs to try to fight to get the ball down in the zone to try to get that ground ball.
He shook off to the curveball.
And a high fly ball to deep right field. It's going to be a 3-run home run, and all of a sudden this is a 6-4 game. Well, talked about the amount of 2-strike home runs that he's allowed the last several years. There's one there. It's a 3-run home run. It's 6-4. Here comes Joe Girardi. That's going to be it for Aaron Nola. And he just ran out of gas here in this 7th inning. So he'll leave after 6+ innings, 4 hits, 4 runs. He didn't walk anybody. And struck out 7. He hit 1. We'll get a nice round of applause as he leaves the fields. Pitching change. Phillies up 2, 6-4.
Get DirecTV with a 2-year price guarantee.
We set out to create barbecue the hard way, cooking it low and slow. It's real barbecue. It's really smoked over real hardwood, and we've got real pit masters cooking it.
It tastes like your dad cooked it on the grill.
QT, more than a gas station.
When I was made MLB Europe Ambassador, I received a challenge.
It's on you to hit a bigger home run than I did in just 100 seconds.
T-Mobile. T-Mobile.com/MLB is where you can check it out. Well, Mark Kotsay in his first game as the manager of the Oakland Athletics. His team has climbed all the way back. Now it's a 6-4 ball game, and the Phillies will send Jeurys Familia out to the mound here in the 7th inning with nobody out. 3 runs are scored.
Yeah, it was pretty clear that Aaron just, as you said, ran out of gas and leaving a lot of pitches up in the zone in that last inning, and now it's time for the bullpen to step up.
First pitch inside, according to the home plate umpire Dan Iasonia. That was close.
Right down the middle for a ball.
Well,
I think.
Close, yeah. Andrus is 0 for 2. He's grounded out to short twice. Inside, 2-0. This is the 500th career appearance for Familia.
Yeah, it's so important for him to get off to a good start. He's a confidence type of pitcher, and this is the spot that he should be pitching in the 7th. I think this is his 6th and 7th is really his role, and it's something that's so important for this team. And they blew so many of the games last year. What, 14 after leading
in the 7th inning or beyond, yeah.
Was their bugaboo last year, and something that really, I think Joe Girardi and the staff are hoping that that changes pretty dramatically this season.
Little dribbler in front of the plate. It hit Andrus, so it's a foul ball. 2-2. Joe said today that it would be Familia and Hand in the 7th and 8th innings. That's how he would look depending on the matchups. But then Corey Knebel would be the closer. Obviously, he's got other guys like Sir Anthony Dominguez,
Alvarado,
and even Connor Brogdon.
Yeah, and I do believe that those guys, depending on what kind of success Hand and Familia have in those roles, those guys hopefully will drip back there and get the confidence that they need. The young pitchers really need to gain that confidence, and hopefully they can do that as the season moves along.
2-2 pitch. Left side. Stott charges, scoops it up on the grass, throws on the run, and Reese can't hang on. It rolls up the right field line. Andrus did kind of make a turn, but he gets back ahead of the tag. He may have broken his belt.
Yeah, not an easy play right here for Stott. He comes and gets it very well. Has a nice exchange, and he just throws it a little bit down and in, and that's a very, very dangerous play for the first baseman, especially the right-hander.
Is that a mistake he made, though, when he caught the ball and he looked at Andrus instead of just dialing in on Reese? His eyes peeked at Andrus to see where he was.
Yeah, I mean, your first reaction has to be right to the glove, right to the first baseman's glove.
Yeah.
And he's not a veteran at third base, hasn't played a whole ton of third base, and it was not a bad play. It was just the throw was just sailed a little bit into the runner, which made it very difficult for Reese, and he's had issues with that play. He's been injured on that play in the past.
Well, that'll bring Kevin Smith up. Still nobody out. Runner at first.
What was the scoring on that?
It has not been scored as of yet. And a first pitch sinker in there. It is an error.
On whom?
E3.
Wow.
That's a tough one.
You get a guy throw up the line like that, or into the runner, and that runner's running as hard as he can run.
Swing and a miss. Heavy sinker. And it's 0-2.
Yeah, this is really his calling card. That is a filthy sinker, and it's probably in the 96, 97 mile an hour range. And that's where he needs to stay, right down there, try to get that ground ball for 2.
Brad Hand starts to warm up in the bullpen for the Phils. No balls and 2 strikes, runner at first. Check swing.
That was I'm going to throw the hardest sinker in the history of baseball.
Cut it loose.
Then he just pulled it. Now go back to that one where it goes down and in.
Swing and a miss. He got him. He went down and away, but it had some dip on it.
This is an exploding sinker right here. How do you throw it that hard and have it move that much?
These are the additions the Phillies have picked up out of their bullpen. 1-year deals. Knebel will close. Hand will set up. Familia as well. 125 career saves for Familia.
Yeah, just a whole ton of veteran presence there. And most of those guys are sort of, except for Knebel, are kind of on the back end of their careers, but they still can be effective. They've got good stuff.
You know, and you would think that having those guys down there would help Alvarado, would help Connor Brogdon. You know, because, you know, look, at one point they were all closers. And so they pitched in the highest leverage situations that baseball offers. So you would think that they could work with some of these young guys, Connor Brogdon, Alvarado, and others, and just, you know, hey, here's what to expect. Here's how you go about it.
Yeah, and actually I did talk to Alvarado about that, and he said that he and Juris have been speaking a lot. They've really connected really well.
Well, they're similar. You know, heavy, hard, upper 90s to 100 sinkers.
Power sinker, yeah.
Here is Stephen Vogt, the pinch hitter, with the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Crowd of more than 44,000 on hand today.
And be careful with Andrus. He may run here. I know that they're down and they're trying to be careful, but he may run here.
1 ball, 1 strike. Ground ball toward the right side. Could be 2. Segura to second for 1. Stott over to first. Not in time. Vogt beat it out.
Wow, that might be reviewable as well.
Yeah, Joe says hang on, or asks to hang on. 4-5 on the putout at second base.
Yeah, Vogt really got down the line. I was surprised how well he got down the line right there.
Yeah, but you know, that's one of the issues with the shift, how deep Gene had to play. Oh, wow.
Well, that's going to go back to the interpretation.
And they're going to review this.
They are going to review it.
Might as well. 7th inning.
Dan Iasone is going to explain it to Mark Kotze.
Call on the field is safe. Philadelphia has challenged.
Kotze couldn't have heard that.
I'm assuming that's what he was telling him. How about today?
They're wasting more time of our lives.
How about today? So there's a DJ that the Phillies now have at the ballpark that, you know, plays before the game. The players,
nice,
you know, during BP, the players really liked it.
Get their groove on.
So the music was pretty loud in a good way, and Joe had to go over to the DJ and say, "Hey, do you mind saying that Group 2 is going to hit next?" So he did, and Joe thought it was funny too when he came back. Familia's just going to warm up a little bit. Again, no headsets off the from down under. Little wireless interaction between the umpires and the rock, as they call it. Boy, that's really close. Like, where is it in the glove, I guess, is what they'll decide.
I got a feeling that it might be an inconclusive one.
Well, look at the stretch by Reese. Not to nitpick, but
he didn't quite
went
after
more
review.
Sideways.
The call on the field stands. The runner is safe. Philadelphia loses their challenge.
stands. So that was the inconclusive part. All right, so 2 outs here in the 7th inning. And Pache swinging a miss at a sinker. Over toward third, off the glove of Stott, and everybody will be safe. So the inning will continue, and back to the top of the order. That's a base hit. Tony Kemp is due up. We'll see if they decide to go to Joe. If Joe decides to go to the bullpen.
The sinker Pache takes a nice swing at it. Just glances off Bryson Stott's glove, and I bet you in another week he makes that play.
Yeah, and that's the thing with
tough play
hitting, you know, in the top of the order coming up, you got to play in for a bunt.
Well, that'll be it for Familia. So Joe will go to the left-hander with Kemp due up. We'll see if Marcotte changes some things. We've got another pitching change. Phillies up by 2, 6-4 here in the 7th.
Get DirecTV with a 2-year price guarantee.
Every piece of land has a story, written by those who work it. Like the Caggianos, who are brewing their own legacy. Or the Wrens with their drama-free plot. Tranquil and serene. The Upshaws, they DIY all the time. While the Nelsons play lead in their own adventure, 150 years in the making. There's a story in every piece of land. Run with us and start telling yours.
We set out to create barbecue the hard way, cooking it low and slow. It's real barbecue. It's really smoked over real hardwood, and we've got real pit masters cooking it.
It tastes like your dad cooked it on the grill.
QT, more than a gas station.
Affordable design, endless possibilities. IKEA.
Austin Riley counting up the MVP votes.
And he hits this one a mile high toward left center field. A mammoth home run. Bombs away in Atlanta GA tonight.
Out on the run from third with a great play is Austin Riley.
Showing himself to be a very complete player.
I mean, this is wow with a capital W.
This man's going to get a lot of MVP votes, and I think he should.
Right here on MLB.tv.
Tony Kemp, left-handed hitter out of Vanderbilt. The runners at first and second. And the pitch from Hands. Fastball on the outside corner, 0-1. He only had 97 plate appearances last year against left-handed pitching compared to 300 against right-handed pitching. Hit .240 against lefties last year. He's hit a ground ball twice. He's flied out once. And the 0-1 pitch coming from Brad Hands. Way outside.
Yeah, I thought there might be a chance we see Jed Lowry. You know, Got some pop in his bat. Switch hitter, one swing and Oakland's leading.
And versatile enough where he can play anywhere defensively. Lowry's out in the on-deck circle. Check swing, slow roller. This is going to be a tough play. Stott bare hands, throws, and he throws up the line. 1 run will score. Segura backs it up. And it's now a 6-5 game. That'll be the second error of the inning for the Phillies.
Yeah, another very, very tough play for Stott, and he comes to get it very aggressively. Nice job by him getting it, and in fact, if he throws a strike here, I think he gets him. Nice bare hand right here, and just throws it into the runner once again, and really Rhys Hoskins has no chance of being able to make this play.
And now second and third. The tying run is over third. It'll be a single E5. The error allows the run to score and the runners to advance an extra base. Lowry takes strike one, 0-1. 4 runs have scored in the inning for the A's. The Phillies still lead it by 1. But all of a sudden, this has gotten a little uncomfortable. Fouled away.
Another homecoming for an Oakland A. Saw Boat come into the game, and he was coming back after several years of being in a couple different clubs in Milwaukee and Atlanta, and now Jed Lowry, after having a pretty good year last year, signs back for another 1-year deal.
Yeah, 14 home runs, 69 runs batted in last year. It's his third go around with the Oakland Athletics. Hands ready, and the 0-2 pitch. Up high, 1-2. It's the 6th pitch thrown by hand. There have been 32 total pitches.
It was like the first 5 innings for Aaron.
It did seem that way. Both Nola and Familia hoping to get through this inning. Check swing and a call. Strike 3. Broke it right on over the plates. Now the side is finally retired. Well, 4 runs score in the inning for the Athletics. 3 pitchers for the Phils get them through it. And now it's time for God Bless America. Tech Sergeant Megan May of the Pennsylvania Air National Guard is going to step out onto the field and provide us with God Bless America for the first time this year here at Citizens Bank Park.
Pennsylvania Air National Guard as she sings God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Get DirecTV with a 2-year price guarantee.
When you have auto glass damage, trust Safelite. My customer really relies on his car's advanced safety system.
You're right.
For the Athletics. And moving from first base over to right field is Seth Brown. And Domingo Acevedo is the new pitcher for the A's. As we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, the Phillies and the A's are now locked in a tight one. It's a 6-5 game.
Yeah, Acevedo, their right-handed setup guy, was 6-0 with a 3.37 ERA in 10 games. Got a pretty strong 3-pitch mix of 4-seam fastball, slider, and changeup. Really relies on his power. He's got a really, really good arm.
We'll face JT to start things off. JT's 1 for 3. Phillies with 6 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors. The A's 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Over to third, a foul ball. Oh, and 2. JT, Bryce Harper, Castellanos. 2, 3, and 4 for the Phils. Strike 3 called, an 0-2 changeup, and 1 out here in the 7th.
Yeah, this is one of his best pitches. He's got a changeup and very good action on it. Kind of froze JT.
Bryce Harper. Harper 1 for 3 today. 10th opening day roster spot for Bryce. He and Gene Segura have the most among the Phils.
Yeah, really important for them to try to get a run up on the board right here to try to slow down the momentum with the A's and give that bullpen a little breathing room.
Through the 5-hole. 2-0.
It's a good team. Bryce has been, you know, we saw him, well, the last spring training game you and I did, T-Mac, he chased off speed early. This this game here, he had a couple off-speed pitches early that he chased. He took that one there to get the 2-0. No question he's not going to throw a fastball more than likely.
Nope. Another changeup, 3-0.
Yeah, that changeup is bread and butter. And back in the day, you get that 2-0 fastball.
But that's the thing, you know. People say, you know, look, he hit over 300 last year. It's amazing. But people say, oh, if he's that good, he should hit for a higher average. You try doing that. You try getting 2-0, and you know you're not getting a fastball.
Inside, ball 4. You saw that note about his on-base streak. It's pretty incredible. Puts a runner at first with 1 out here in the 7th inning. Reach base safely in 37 straight at Citizens Bank Park. Second longest streak here at the ballpark to Jimmy Rollins, who had 44 game on base streak. And now Castellanos, who was 0 for 3. 3 strikeouts today for Nick.
Now would be a good time as any for him to get his first Philly base hit.
Sure, he was thinking about the same thing.
Well, you remember the last time the attention got diverted by the guy on first? Didn't someone hit a homer?
Yeah. Pretty good slider right there, and he's been throwing some very good off-speed stuff.
One with a runner at first.
It almost looks like a balk. It looks like he's turning before he steps off the rubber.
It does.
I'm surprised no one's saying anything from the dugout.
Well, they'll probably get this one. Well, he does it all the time. It's a balk every time.
Yeah.
Low, ball one, 1-1.
I don't know how a guy comes set and then he lifts his front foot up a couple times. Like, shouldn't you, as soon as he lifts that foot, you should be able to run whether he resets it or not? He can't throw to first, you wouldn't think. But I asked an umpire once, he said, well, if he does it all the time, then it's a balk all the time.
Yeah, baby. Down the left field line. Fair ball, kicked up some chalk. Castellanos with his first hit in the Phil's uniform. Harper steaming around third, heading for home. He'll score. And Castellanos going to third, and that may not have been the right decision, but he has an RBI double, and the Phillies add to their lead. It's 7-5.
Yeah,
baby.
Yeah, Tom, it couldn't have come at a better time for him. He gets a piece of cheese. It's a fastball in off on his hands, and he somehow keeps this ball fair. Ball's running in on his hands, and he stays inside it. Oh, that's a nice swing right there, John.
It is, and that's how he can keep those balls fair.
Yeah. That helmet was slowing him down a little bit, I think, John.
Well, he's more aerodynamic with the shorter hair.
That's a Sarge play right there. The Sarge knocking the helmet off. All right, so Joe was talking to Dan Iassogna about something. I don't know what it was.
I'm thinking maybe that Castellanos thought he maybe got his hand in there at third base before the tag.
Okay, and the Phillies already challenged and lost their challenge. So at this point, they cannot challenge.
Unless the umpires allow it. Is that possible?
Thought it was after the 8th inning. Here's Rhys Hoskins. Got a pitch upstairs, 1-0. These are all
too many rules.
Yeah.
The A's, by the way, did look to see if that ball was fair or not, and it was.
Right on the chalk.
Right on it. 1-0 pitch to Hoskins. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
But this is, kind of what you thought might happen with this team. Make an error, let a few runs in, and then come back and score yourself.
Bouncer foul.
Now you saw a couple of pretty big swings right there from Rhys, and here's the reason why I believe. With 2 outs, he's trying to get himself either in scoring position or drive a ball out of the ballpark. He's not going to steal a base, so he's trying to get in scoring position or try to jump on one. In the other situations, he's just trying to put the ball in play and make something happen and drive a run in.
Yeah, and now let's see with 2 strikes if he makes an adjustment and takes what the pitcher gives him. And the way the ball flies out of here, if you're on first, you're in scoring position, really. With Didi coming up, Didi got some pop in his bat. Pull power.
He went around. So that'll retire the side, but the Phillies and every insurance run is important at this point. And they got one on the RBI double by Nick Castellanos. His wife had a front row seat to see it. 7-5 Phillies.
Get DirecTV with a 2-year price guarantee.
A man, his tractor, and his family. These are the Upshaws, though he goes by Shaw, which stands for skilled hands at work. Because whether he's cutting hair, mowing grass, moving earth, or even roasting marshmallows, he's got a firm grasp on what matters most. There's a story in every piece of land. Run with us on a John Deere tractor and start telling yours.
Get DirecTV with a 2-year price guarantee.
Phillies baseball is brought to you by your local Delaware Valley Honda dealers. Heard of your local Del Val Honda dealer. Visit DelValHondaDealers.com. Center City's looking gorgeous here this afternoon. On a beautiful afternoon to start the 2022 season. The Phillies lead it by 2. And Sir Anthony Dominguez, after a stellar spring, is on to pitch the top of the 8th inning.
Great to see that they have the confidence in Sir Anthony to throw him out there in the 8th in this situation, and he really threw the ball well this spring. It's nice to see him back on the mound and firing.
Sean Murphy leads it off, and a first pitch at 96 miles an hour. Upstairs, 1-0. Brad Hand, a third of an inning, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. Familia gets charged with an unearned run. Ground ball over to third. Ball is finding Bryson Stott. This time very clean. And 1 out.
Yeah, Bryson's had a couple of tough plays that he's had to deal with, and probably hasn't seen a lot of those plays that he's had to make in the very first game of the season. And a couple of challengers, but he's handled the routine ones pretty well.
Yeah, what did Bobby Dickerson say the other day? It's angles. That's the biggest thing that he's had to adjust to from shortstop to third. Angles.
And there is a pretty big difference. There's no question about it. It's more of a reactionary type of position than being a short. You can read the hops better.
How about this?
Yep.
Like a magnet. 2 outs.
They're working on him.
And that one's hit so hard he didn't have time to think.
But the more he gets, the better it'll be?
Yes.
As far as his understanding of everything?
Yes, because he's a good athlete.
And he's a confident athlete. He believes in himself and believes in that he belongs. And I think he'll just continue to make those adjustments as he goes.
Here's Seth Brown. He'll take low, 1-0.
Tell you what you've noticed about this game being in the 8th inning, our outfielders haven't caught many fly balls, have they?
I think there are only 2.
Yeah, there's only 2 that I have, both to Harper. Well, there you go.
There's one. There's another one.
Man, you are right on it all today. What do you want to talk about in the bottom of the 8th inning, John?
Let's go to the lottery.
Let's go to the Vegas.
You can go right here to live.
7-pitch inning. Welcome back, Sir Anthony Dominguez, in a very strong way. Phillies up 7-5.
Direct TV with a 2-year price guarantee.
I wish that Shaq was my real-life big brother.
What's up, little bro? Turns out some wishes do come true. And it turns out that General is a quality insurance company that's been saving people money for nearly 60 years. For a great low rate and nearly 60 years of quality coverage, go with the General.
Right here, right now.
We set out to create barbecue the hard way, cooking it low and slow. It's real barbecue. It's really smoked over real hardwood, and we've got real pit masters cooking it.
It tastes like your dad cooked it on the grill.
QT, more than a gas station.
Defensive plays of the game. How about this 7-pitch inning from Sir Anthony Dominguez?
Really nice job of him just throwing strikes to see the confidence in the guy. And Bryson Stott, after having a little bit of a tough defensive day early in the game, falls like a magnet to him. He makes a couple of easy plays, and then Sir Anthony serves up that little pop-up to Mr. Schwarber, and he has a really nice clean inning.
Our Hyundai defensive plays of the game brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers. So how about that inning from Sir Anthony? No runs, bridging the game.
And velocity was good. And you know he was nervous just to get that inning in under his belt on opening day. But, you know, Ruben was talking about it during the commercial break, how important he is going to be to that bullpen late in the game.
I think he might be the most important. I mean, obviously the closer's clearly very important, but I think Sir Anthony can really solidify the bullpen in a lot of ways.
Check swing, ground ball over to third. And it's Andrews, the shortstop, who makes the play. 6-3. Kirby Snead, the pitcher.
Yeah, Kirby came over in that Matt Chapman trade, one of the players that came over there and pitched in Buffalo and Toronto last year. Just 7 games in Toronto, 2.35 ERAs, 7 2/3, 7 hits, 2 walks, and 7 punch-outs. He actually threw pretty well when he was in the big leagues.
Pitch outside to Gene Segura.
That low 3 3/4 delivery. He's got some life on his sinker and a sweepy slider.
And some good flow.
Yeah, he does.
He's got a lot of flow.
Outside 2-0.
No haircut rules for the A's.
That goes back to Charlie Finley. 3 in a row world champions. That what, he paid him to grow mustaches?
Yeah.
Talked to Gene Tennis about that. He's like, what the heck? Man's gonna pay me, I'll grow a mustache.
I don't know if they were that happy with Mr. Finley.
No, but
he didn't ingratiate himself too well with those players.
They didn't mind taking his money though. Except Catfish. Catfish said, "The heck with it, I'm out."
I'm out.
2-1.
We got a new screen up here with a telestrator, but this game's too close for me to start dabbling with my drawing.
Line drive out to left center field. That's in for a base hit for Segura. Tight turnaround first, heading to second. The throw is a bit offline. That's a double for Gene. You got anything that you want to draw with this? You can show it off a little bit.
Oh, man, yeah, I got to take a look at it. Yeah, let's go. Where's that thing? All right, so you watch a swing, beautiful swing. Look at that, very on plane. But now watch Pache, watch Gene when he makes it. I got an arc thing here. I can do so many things. Well, I guess we're going to show this again. Okay, I don't know how to draw a straight line that way. I'm going to have to come in early tomorrow and get some work done. Yep, I'm done.
I thought that went pretty well, though, John.
Yeah, I mean,
I like the plane.
Yeah, straight plane. Flat, no launch angle, just line drive.
Nice and flat.
But I wanted to show that the little arc that Pache took to get that ball, and then throw the slider.
Yeah, he threw the second ball.
Yeah, a little cutter. I'm gonna have to get on this.
We're gonna get you an Etch-a-Sketch to bring home with you and try that out.
What is this red?
Try it.
Change
try
color.
it now. Try it now.
Oh, that's
one.
First pitch.
How do I change the color?
I think you'd have to go up to the menu, but I wouldn't do that now.
I don't think I'd do that.
1-0 pitch to Stott. Breaking ball in there, 1-1.
Now, this is what we saw with Stott in spring training against the few times we saw him hit off a lefty, shooting everything the other way, staying on a ball and shooting it the other way.
And that works well.
You ain't kidding.
There you go. A little looper to left field.
How do you do it, John?
Segura will score.
How do you do it?
It's the first RBI in Bryson Stott's career, and it comes on a double. Yeah, Mom likes that. Back-to-back doubles for the Phils. It's now 8-5.
And Nostradamus made another good call right here. He gets a fastball inside. He doesn't try to do too much. Stays right through it. Finishes his swing and just serves it out to left for a nice little smooth double.
I tell you, there's something to be said when you use your hands when you hit. You can make a great adjustment with your hands within the pitch, and that's what Bryson Stott did right there.
The outside corner to Bierling, who has an RBI today. He's 0 for 2.
Corner.
Well, according to Dan Iasonia's corner.
That was more around the block. Well, new right fielder, so maybe he's playing a little more shallow.
I think that might have been a better pitch. I'm glad he called it a ball, but that's pretty good.
Yeah, Sean Murphy wants, he's having a little chat with him, I think.
Well, he has a right to.
Yeah.
If he called the first one a strike and didn't call that one a strike, you know. I don't blame him for being upset, but he would be more upset with his knock.
Real good situation for Matt Bierling right here. He's a very, very good hitter against left-handed pitching. Just seems to see the ball extremely well against lefties.
2 balls, 1 strike. 2-2.
I think he's a little upset he didn't take a pass at that one. Tell you what, give our young guys some credit. They've thrown up some pretty good at bats. Bierling lined out. You know, he got the 1 sack fly, but you know, both balls on a line to right field. And Bryson Stott with a couple knocks.
Opposite way. Foul.
That's a beautiful thing, isn't it? Having that length like that. You can get a pitch off the plate outside with 2 strikes and just shoot it that way foul and live to see another pitch.
Yeah, that's really annoying for the pitcher.
Yeah.
They don't like that. If the guy thinks he makes a perfect pitch and it just gets spoiled, he flicks it out there and keeps that at bat alive.
The 3-2 pitch. Back toward the middle and diving stop by Kemp. What a play. Just in time to get Bierling. Over to third, Stott. All right, so here we are in the 8th inning.
So now you can ask.
Yeah, you can decide if the umpires will be their decision.
Yeah, who would have gotten a better look at it than the guy at first?
Yeah, I think he got it.
That would chap you, wouldn't it, if the guy at second came in and said, hey, wait, I think I saw he was saying. Yeah, they got it. Tell you what, though, another good at bat by Bierling.
Yeah.
What else could you ask for?
Just an outstanding play by Kemp, who is playing the outfield. He's played second base, and now he's getting an opportunity to play every day at second base for the Oakland A's. And earlier made a kind of a poor throw and a double play ball, but makes a heck of a play right there.
All right.
Saves a run.
Breaking ball, wild pitch. He's going to try to overthrow it. Maybe not.
If that happens, we're definitely going alive afterwards.
Oh, man.
Woohoo. I'm not good with numbers, though, so you might be on your own there, pal.
0-2.
Or apparently with vacation locations.
I'm still not 100% sure it's Bahamas, but
no,
I'm like 97% sure it was Bahamas.
Well, this might be when he says, you know, I can throw the greatest breaking ball ever, and he spikes it.
From your mouth, Jack.
Line drive, base hit to right center field. A run will score. Schwarber with his second RBI. He's had a good day. The homer to start the first, a walk and a run, and now an RBI single. And Bryson Stott's checking things off also, guys. First hit, first double, first RBI, first run.
Then tomorrow, triple and a homer, and he's got it all covered.
Yep.
Cycle.
Check all the boxes. And you said it yourself, John. This is the way that the Phillies, I think, are going to be winning a lot of games. They're going to continue to pound and continue to work these pitchers.
Well, we saw it a lot last year. They had trouble overcoming their errors. And, you know, they still had a record over 500. They were close, you know, for a while there to having a postseason berth. But you know, you throw these two guys in the lineup with Stott and Bierling and guys who, you know, the way they're playing the game today is the right way to play.
One ball, one strike to Real Muto.
Yeah, that was one thing they just could not do. They would get out to early leads, and then they would not finish teams off with additional runs late in the game. And with this lineup, I think you're going to see that a lot.
Phillies are 5 for 9 today with runners in scoring position.
That'll work. But here's a now it is 9-5. I get it, but this is a Bryce Harper at bat for JT. They don't want to bring the righty in just in case JT gets on. Now our two lefties got hits off of him.
Popped up.
Get out of here.
Get out of there.
Near the Phillies dugout. Out of room.
My son's sitting down there. If he missed that thing going ricocheting off that net, he'll never hear the end of it. He played in intramural softball. First game, they killed the team. He said, Dad, we're the team to beat. Next game, he played the Villanova football team. He said they got annihilated. He said, I don't think we're the team to beat anymore. I said, well, you were tonight.
Zach Jackson warming up with the pen. Connor Brogdon has started to warm up in the Phillies bullpen. He joins Knebel.
Now, I should have asked Joe, is Knebel a guy that, let's say they bring in Brogdon and he gives up a run and there's guys on base. Is Knebel a guy that would come in the middle of an inning and not have any issues?
Yeah, he did it the other day in St. Pete.
Good.
But I also think that he's built that way because he wasn't always a closer.
No.
You know, some
Well, it wasn't
guys,
last year with the Los Angeles Dodgers. I mean, he came in a lot of different situations. He was not closing.
but you know some guys.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to come in the middle of an inning. Put me in at the beginning or don't bring me in at all.
They want the clean inning. But I don't think he's like that because he's been used to pitching in the 7th or 8th inning with traffic.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the pitch to Realmuto. Runner goes outside, ball 4. It brings Bryce up with 2 on. Scott Emerson back out to the mound.
Just grinding out those at-bats. It just will wear on, especially in a long series or any series.
But you know what I liked about their approach today that we hadn't seen in, they're aggressive early, but they're aggressive in the strike zone early. That's the key. Like, everyone say, oh man, here's a first pitch hitter. Well, or swinger, if you throw him a ball, will he swing at it? They're not swinging at balls out of the zone. First pitch.
Well, don't forget, coming up this Sunday, it's Cavity Busters Kids Opening Day when children 14 and under and John receive a Phillies windbreaker. It's a 105 first pitch. Visit Phillies.com to purchase your tickets and get a great giveaway.
There's no rule against getting a few more runs here. In the
Blow it
is
open.
there?
Blow it open. Those are the pitchers used today by the A's.
Really, the good thing about that is they've got 2 more games, and they're going to see these guys again. For them to have been able to see them already once, that's a big advantage to the hitter.
The 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1.
Harper's here.
Oh, man. That's funny. Fly ball center field. Pache is there. So is Brown. Pache makes the call and the catch. And the inning is over. The Phillies, though, get 2 more in the inning. They also get 3 hits. Time for the 9th. The Phil's up 9-5.
Get DirecTV with a 2-year price guarantee.
Buying a home? Rocket Mortgage will cover 1% of your rate for the first year at no cost to you, saving you hundreds, even thousands with Inflation Buster. That's more road trips, more spa days, more of what you love. Plus, if rates drop within 3 years of your home purchase, you get exclusive savings when you refinance with Rate Drop Advantage. That's more cash in your pocket. Save when you buy today and refinance tomorrow. Don't miss these big savings. Visit inflationbuster.com.
Every piece of land has a story, written by those who work it. Like the Caggianos, who are brewing their own legacy. Or the Wrens with their drama-free plot. Tranquil and serene. The Upshaws, they DIY all the time. While the Nelsons play lead in their own adventure, 150 years in the making. There's a story in every piece of land. Run with us and start telling yours.
All-wheel drive. Visit your local Tri-State Toyota dealer today. Buy Xfinity. Supercharge your home with supersonic Wi-Fi only from Xfinity. Buy Citizens, official bank of the Phils.
and by Independence Blue Cross. Learn more at IBX.com. Philadelphia Athletics were such a big part of the history of baseball in this great city. There were some that felt like they were one of Major League Baseball's great dynasties. They finished up with some years that were, well, not so great.
Not so good.
And then went off to Kansas City.
Yes.
After that. The great Bobby Sheds, who I love having a lunch. I always love going to luncheons with Bobby.
Yep.
But Bobby, unfortunately, was not able to get here. But he said, I'd like to wish the Phillies really good luck. I see they're getting a lot of nice long ball hitters. I think they're going to do a pretty good job this year, and I hope they can win the pennant. I also wish the Oakland Athletics good luck, too, because I really enjoyed the years I spent with the Philadelphia Athletics. But I have to wish the Phillies more luck. Sorry, guys. There's Bobby throwing out the first pitch here one time several years ago. Boy, he's got some stories. Oh, does he have some stories?
I bet.
All right, so here's Corey Knebel. He was all heated up and ready to go. It's a non-save situation. First appearance in a Phil's uniform. And he delivers high, 1-0. Facing Elvis Andrus. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Every time a Phillies pitcher records a pitch of 95 or more, Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity. Supercharge your home with supersonic Wi-Fi only from Xfinity. Two and one.
Knebel on the extreme third base side of the rubber and making that angle a little bit more difficult for the right-handed hitters.
(96-79).
Great curveball.
Yeah, that's not a whole lot of fun. Fun for us because we get to watch it.
Swing and a miss. One down here in the ninth.
That's a pretty nice combination. He just dropped a hammer on him, and then he throws that 97 mile an hour, 96 mile an hour heater right past Andrews.
That's some pitching right there. Add and subtract, right? Makes life difficult for that man holding that wooden bat.
Fly ball right field. Harper going back toward the scoreboard. Says he has room and does. 2 outs. You know, we mentioned that Brogdon was warming up. Knebel was warming up, sat down, came back up. There's no sense in wasting him at that point.
No, not at all. He was well heated up, and, you know, 4 runs. That can be considered a save sometimes here in Citizens Bank Park. They're getting up, John.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love it, love it, love it.
And Vogt reached on a fielder's choices last time up. Curveball drops in, 0-1. Three infielders on the right side. 0-2.
What do you got here? The hammer, John, or did you go over some high cheese?
I go high cheese and then the hammer. If he doesn't chase, then drop it on him. But he might want to keep his pitch count down.
44,232.
There's the high cheese.
There's some cheese.
And here comes the hammer.
And here comes Mr. Yellowhammer.
Knebel try to close the door. And the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. A high fastball cut on and missed by Vogt. It's a 1-2-3 ninth inning. And what a way to start 2022 for the Phils. They win it today by a final score of 9-5. Yeah, they smashed the bell today. And by the way, yeah, it's working. It's got some new lights to it. Love it, love it, love it, love it.
Nice way to start things off.
Yeah, big time.
Great to be with you guys.
Our Chevrolet player of the game, Kyle Schwarber, leadoff home run, a single, walk, couple runs scored, a couple RBIs. Bryson Stott, by the way, how about this note, guys? First Philly to debut on opening day and collect multiple hits since Denny Doyle in 1970. Woo. Good for him.
Yeah, he had quite a day. He had a little bit of everything today.
Yep. Well, Kyle Schwarber got it rolling in the bottom of the first inning. What an electric way to start a ball game and to start his Phillies career off the Light Brand sign.
Yeah, it can jumpstart a game, but it can also jumpstart a season.
Yeah.
Knowing that this is what this lineup is capable of.
And a little insurance here. Pulls one into right center field.
Real big base hit right there. Keeping his hands inside of 2 out. Thunder. That's nice work there.
9-5 the final score. Kyle Schwarber's nice enough to join us down on the field. Kyle, congratulations. That whole reaction, the home run and then the curtain call, pretty awesome stuff.
Yeah, you can't write it any better for your first at bat, right? And to start off the season, you know, I was able to go back home on the workout day to go see my family and my kid. And,
awesome.
You know, it just gave you that little rejuvenation to go back home or come back here and get this thing started off strong, and we did.
Tell us about the electricity out there today, Kyle.
Oh, yeah. I mean, talk about a great turnout, and you know, we faced a little bit of adversity, and we were able to overcome it and keep adding on more, and you know, we finished strong, and that's what you wanted, and the atmosphere was unbelievable. Great job by Phillies fans tonight.
Kyle, I noticed when they announced your name and you came out, and then they were announcing JT and Bryce and the rest of the guys, you were looking around and kind of eyeing the whole stadium, taking it all in. Pretty impressive place.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. I said it today. It's a little bit different when you come out of the first base side than you do the third base side. And, you know, you just have a whole new appreciation for this place and this fan base. And, you know, I'm so excited to be here, you know, to be able to spend the next 4 years here. But, you know, we just got to take it a day at a time and keep grinding.
You know, you mentioned the add-ons too as the game went on, little adversity, but that's so important if you're going to be a successful team.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know what, like there's going to be, you know, physical errors in a game. You know, it is what it is. It's just going to happen, and when that does happen, we have to be able to respond, and we did.
Hey, tell us about your approach today. It looked like you guys were like hunting that fastball early in the count. Was that something that you guys, that was the plan for today, or is that something you're going to try to work on consistently this year?
Yeah, you know, I think it was just more being able to get him up in the zone. You know, obviously with that really good split he has, you want to try to get him up in the zone, and you know, up in the zone is going to be that fastball. So you know, we just didn't really want to chase down with him today.
Hey, the after the home run, the one pointing to the dugout, is that like you guys thinking like, okay, we're going to keep track of how many homers we hit this year?
To be honest with you, I don't even know why I did that. You know, I mean, my heart rate was going like 150 miles an hour and just excited. But, you know, like I said, you couldn't write any better. And, you know, it was great.
Well, we're glad you got a chance to get home. That's awesome that you saw the baby and you got a chance to see your wife as well. And everybody's doing okay?
Yeah, everyone's doing great. It was a great time to, you know, get back there, see him for about 12 hours and get the Philly, get the workout, and, you know, gave me that little rejuvenation that I needed to start the season.
Awesome. Well, we love it. It was awesome today. Go enjoy it, buddy.
All right, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Have a good day.
Thanks, Kyle.
Kyle Schwarber, our guest. There's that curtain call. I love curtain calls.
Oh, those are great.
First inning curtain call. That was pretty impressive. Phillies win it 9-5. Our next broadcast will be Game 2 of this weekend series against the A's. Kyle Gibson takes the mound against Cole Irvin. 4 o'clock on NBC Sports Philadelphia, streaming on the My Teams app. The senior producer of Phillies Baseball, Jeff Halleckman. Associate producer, John DeSangro. Our director has been Nick Marquetta. For John Kruk, Ruben Amaro, and our entire crew, and I guess Joe Kennedy, since he was in the shot today,
I'm Tom McCarthy. Thanks for watching, everyone. Phils win it 9-5. Phillies postgame live is beginning right now over on NBC Sports Philadelphia. Stay here on NBC 10.